Good, right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Dalek451, the new Dalek Emperor. How you all doing tonight? Sorry about the delay. I was in a conversation with a couple of friends of mine, over on Discord. Yeah, so I had to run back and forth to the bathroom once or twice. So yeah, sorry about that. But I'm finally here and I'm finally back. And I suppose I want to get into a little bit why I've been gone so long. But before that, I want to welcome my first guest for tonight, who's already popped in. Let me welcome BK Dan. Hello, Dan.
Finally back to Scarro. Finally back to Scarro.
I know it's been way too long.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, but that's what my obsession with. Why are you so blurry all of a sudden?
Well, I don't think people want to see my clothing, so my clothing in the background. Over my shoulder here. Other side. I have my clothing. So yeah. My tower of clothing.
Fair enough. Okay, that headset you've got on, that looks like a pair I have, very small, or at least very similar.
Can you make up it's a KS5.
Okay, they're not quite the same, but they might be from the same makers. I'm not sure.
The brand is KS5.
KS5, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. It was good. Anyway, it's good to good to see you again, Dan. How you doing?
We'll use the word crap as a general description. But yeah.
Oh.
But I'm here.
Sorry
it's your show. How are you doing? It's your show. How are you doing? So why haven't you been around?
Give me a sec here. I want to now that I'm actually live, I want to just quickly try and do the usual thing. I want to share this stream out to usual places.
Okay. I gotta say hello to Hakame. He says hi to me, so hello.
Yeah, let's just see who's in. Have a look at the chat here. There's you, obviously, finally returned to Scarro. Hello to Hakume 503. Yeah, I'm late. I know I'm late. I know I was late. And question mark. I have to give a bit of break. 9 p.m. there. Yes. No, I didn't. No, I wasn't. No, Dan, I wasn't asleep. Like I said, I was a little caught up because I was chatting with people over on with a couple of people I know from over on Discord. That's why I was late starting.
Okay.
Hey, Dalek, glad you're back. Yeah, glad to be back, Hakeem. Right, I think that's everyone, at least for now.
Yep.
Like I was doing.
Sharing it out across the socials, yeah. Sharing your stream out across the socials.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, sorry about this, folks. I'm just be right with you. Wonder if Revan will join us.
He's a good potato.
Yeah, he is.
He's a good potato.
Then,
I found out something last time I talked to him. He actually lives not that far from where my father's family comes from.
really?
Yep. County Cork.
County Cork. Right.
Yep. My father's father came over in 1889 on a boat. My great. Okay.
Okay, that's all right.
Great grandfather. Yeah.
Okay,
Because on January the 4th, it was January the 1st came over his boat. Yeah.
All right, then that'll do for. I think that'll do for now. Right. So, where was I? Well, I've been okay. Simply put, the reason I've not been around much is speak of Revan, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Hey, Revan.
Hello.
Hey, potato.
Hey. Fuck.
Not you, but that's okay.
I am 10,000 bloody degrees. Ugh. Dalek, you ever have a turf fire?
A what?
Turf fire.
Turf fire. No.
Oh, dude, it throws out some load of bloody heat. I am on fire.
Yay, big potato. I have
There
to.
we go.
I'm sorry. I have to.
Oh, God. Hey, Dalek, you joining us later on for the stream at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I might do. I might not. It depends. If I'm.
Hey, come here.
I suppose that depends on get to that time whether I'm awake, and B I feel awake enough to do it.
Mm-hmm. So just for a bit of shilling, I'm talking about the possible, are we in the end stroke for wokeness in media and entertainment?
Yeah, I saw that.
Right, the reason why I'm asking this is because without getting into things, since the pandemic, now I'm not going to be getting into that at all. I'm just saying, timeline-wise. I have noticed that woke project after woke project after woke project is failing. Like, things that used to be, like, absolute, like, game changers for these people is now, well, shitfire.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the Woman King. Right?
Yep.
Right.
Like, you'd think, because it ticks all the right boxes, that for these people they'd go and see it. No. You want to know what movie they did go and see? The Whale.
Which in my opinion, I have no idea why anyone would go and see that.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. See his return. Yeah.
If you like Brendan Fraser, I guess.
No, Dalek, he had a. I'll tell you after the stream what happened to him.
I don't keep up with this stuff. I honestly don't, and I have no idea what's been going on with Brendan Fraser in certain years. We've got potential. Oh, he's gone.
Who was it?
Could have been potential trouble. He's back. I'm not sure. Okay, something weird's going on here. He pops in, then he pops out again.
Oh,
Someone's connection's glitchy, is it?
Captain
Finity? Yeah, it's Captain Finity. I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
I recognize the. You can't mistake that.
Smugness.
Oh,
You
your avatar.
can't mistake that mask. Hey, Captain.
Hello.
I have
Hello.
that on my table beside me.
It's a
Let's
mask. You're
get,
meant to mistake it.
let's get a new one.
Why do you always? I mean, Captain, why is it? Whenever you go on someone else's channel, as a guest, why do you always use that mask as your avatar?
What a weird question. Why does Potato Revan use Boba Fett on a potato? Why do you use a Dalek?
Because it fits.
It's not Boba Fett on a potato, it's Revan on a potato.
Whatever.
Revan,
fits.
yeah.
I don't know, because it fits the
No one
name.
cares about Star Wars anymore.
It fits the theming.
Okay.
It's
I don't know.
literally a
So, I mean,
potato Revan.
you're assuming that there is reason, Dalek. I mean, if I'm a standard YouTuber, everything I do is fickle, arbitrary, and without reason. There is no reason, Dalek.
Suit
No reason
yourself.
at all.
I'm just asking if you want. If that's what you want to do,
I'm
fine.
answering you. I'm
Suit
not,
yourself.
Dalek. Your interview technique needs work. Like, you're getting very defensive. You asked a question, I answered it. I'm perfectly happy, and then you're going, I'm just asking. Yeah, and I'm just answering. What's your problem, Dalek? You've just come back. You need to be a bit more, I'm sorry, I have no reason. I wasn't expecting to be quizzed on the icon that I've been using for 2 years. I have no reason. There's no reason. I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer. It's not related to my channel at all.
Okay, sure, fine. That's the one you. If that's the avatar you want to use, go ahead. That's fine. I can't stop you.
Well, it isn't. It's obviously causing a lot of problems. I'm going to change it immediately.
No, it's not. No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem.
I'm feeling
That's
like
all.
it's a problem. I might get a Burger King Whopper. How about that? Would that be a good emoji?
Well,
That's Dan's emoji, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you hear the actor Lawrence? Oh, hold on. What?
That's Riddick. Yeah.
Yeah, passed away.
About 7 hours ago. Yeah.
Natural causes.
Who
At 60
passed
years
away?
old. At 60 years old. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to share screen in a second, okay?
I found it on Deadline. Yeah.
Okay, what's this? What are you sharing here?
The actor who passed away.
All right, let's have a look. Alberto E. Rodriguez?
That's his character. His name is Lance Reddick.
Yeah.
Lance Reddick.
Yeah.
He was huge in the gaming community. He voiced Zavala for the past 10 years in the game Destiny.
He was also in John Wick 3.
Actually, he was in John Wick 4. Apparently.
John Wick 3 also, yeah.
Yeah. Haven't seen the John Wicks.
I only saw 3, believe it or not.
What a weird number to
start at. It was a good standalone. It was a good. Yeah, I know, huh? I'm the Burger Dan. I don't make much sense.
So, Dalek, did you do much for St. Patrick's Day?
No, I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize it was St. Patrick's Day until I heard it.
I am
randomly said last night.
I have to go on Twitter and put you on blast. I have to get you cancelled.
Oh no, please! Oh
no! Okay, he's British, not Irish. He's excused, okay?
Oh no! Hold on, it's even worse. He's British. That means he contributed to colonialism.
Oh.
The amount of dumb crap I heard, I literally heard this one dude get bloody slated. Someone turned around and said, you contribute to colonialism, and this dude turned around and said, there is no bloody colonialism. I was born in 79.
Damn. Oh my god, it boggles my mind. It's like we're just because why should we living in the present day have give two shits about what happened about what our ancestors did?
History?
You don't know history, you doomed to repeat it.
Aye.
Yeah, I know that. But
Oh, I do have to say one little thank you. Thank you, Captain, for showing up, so I'm not the old man on the stream. You're older than me, Captain. Thank you for showing up. No, so I'm not the old man.
You have no idea how old I am, so that's not going to be my stereotype.
Well,
Actually, yeah, that's...
Come on here to be called an old man, you ageist
You're all old men
bastard.
compared to me. I'm the
Age
youngster.
doesn't matter. My age
Dalek,
is
how
not
old are you?
concerned to you. What next? You want to ask if I've got black skin?
I've said how old I am before.
I'll say it again. You're 4, aren't you?
I'm
Well, it just drains in the jar on here, mate.
I'm 31.
You're not that much
19.
younger than me.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. How old are you?
God fucking damn, I'm having to say my age with this accent. 34.
Oh, okay. I take it back. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. You're still the baby. Aww. But just addressing the chat, yeah, he's actually the same guy who was in Fringe. That was a weird show.
Yes, it was. Yes,
I
it
never
was.
really got into that. You know what show I absolutely miss, lads?
What?
A Town
What?
Called Eureka.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What? A Town Called Eureka.
Yeah.
I never got into it.
I did. I absolutely loved it. Basically, Dalek, this is the premise.
Mm-hmm.
A field marshal is going to deliver his daughter because she has broken the law and her legal custody arrangement. Okay? The car ends up going off the road and he ends up in this top secret government village where every single person, including the guy who makes the coffee, are geniuses. And shenanigans ensue.
Mm-hmm.
Every last person in this village.
Every single person.
Is a
I'm
genius.
not joking.
Yeah?
Yes. Including the guy who makes the coffee. Like, the girl's there. And she's like talking about like geniuses and how she's not fitting in. And she turns around and she says to the guy who makes the coffee, she's like, I mean, at least I've got normal people like you. It's like, I've got 5 degrees. And she's like, never mind.
Wow.
It was actually good. It was actually really good. They ended up going back in time in one episode because there's a couple of characters who were having issues with contracts and they didn't want to kill them off. So they went back in time and they changed time, and when they got back, they changed it and they gave one of the actors who didn't want to play a special needs character anymore, they made him be not special anymore because remember, time has changed.
You can't change time. The show's already done. Malleable timelines. Boom, you're out. Dalek knows this.
I didn't write the fucking show, but anyway.
No one's claiming that you did, Reverend. I never imagined that you're capable of writing a show. Don't worry about that.
Anyhow, so Dalek, you lasted for
my
like
point
60...
is, I'm not saying you, just to be clear, because that's a straw man argument. I never said you wrote the show. But whoever did write the show has no clue. There's only one thing that my channel is known for, being a friend to Dalek. But apart from that, Blade Runner. But apart from that, time travel. And more importantly, there's only one rule for time travel, and Dalek knows it because he wrote it. You can't have malleable timelines. You can't change history. You can't. Any show that has malleable timelines, they've done it wrong. Right, Dalek?
Well, yeah. I mean, it has been that I have. I mean, especially in the last few years, I have seen quite a few examples of time travel really done badly. Like for example, I mean, who has seen who watched season 3 of The Orville?
I heard
have.
enough.
Because good
You know
Lord,
I have. You've been on my channel.
of course, yeah, of course. Because the time travel there was an absolute mess. It really was.
Because they had malleable timelines. Because I think we've simplified the art. We could talk about it for 12 hours again, but it's really simple. You can't change history in a time travel story. It's that simple. We can explain why.
Star Trek Voyager's the show Star Trek Voyager has screwed with the timeline of the series of Star Trek going forward. Because it is...
Voyager has...
Okay,
How?
the reason why... In one episode, where the Voyager gets destroyed, right? Harry, Kim, and Chakotay come back from the future to stop them from going. Now, they changed the original timeline, creating a new branch timeline where Voyager...
That episode, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah,
Well,
creating
I'm just saying,
a new branch timeline, that's good.
Yeah, they've created a
But that's
new
not the same as malleable, is it? That's the very opposite. That's the whole thing. Malleable timeline's wrong, branch timeline's right.
Hold on, my audio is apparently crap.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Theodore says it in the chat, yeah.
Yeah, it says, yeah, it looks, yeah, Theodore Kingston Bixley says, Revan's audio makes Moises sound good, painful. I'm glad Moises isn't here for hear you say that. I mean, I don't know if Moises will show up because he usually does after I put the stream out on Discord.
He probably just showed up and read that in the chat and promptly disappeared. Mind you, if you got Revan to read it,
how's it coming in now?
Heard it.
Oh, that sounds a lot better, Revan.
Better.
So it created a new branch timeline where essentially anything after that episode of Voyager is now completely new branch timeline, which means that there's two timelines of Star Trek. There was the one that was destroyed when they went back and changed the future.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the one from after that episode onwards.
Well, I mean, the thing with Voyager is they did time travel a lot, and
they actually brought that up in Voyager, where the time ship relativity, the captain's like, "Yeah, you're a pain in my ass. I have to keep dealing with your messes."
That's true.
You don't have to deal. Time travel is always neat. There's nothing to deal with. There's no mess to clean up. Unless, of course, you're trying to change events in timeline B, like in City on the Edge of Forever. But there's no undoing of history. Jill actually sent me some dialogue from Star Trek. I think it was DS9, where the time police, whoever these people are, were complaining about closed loops. And I thought, that's ironic, because closed loop is absolutely the most neat, simple and elegant way of doing time travel. So these writers, they need to be put out of a job. It's that simple. Actually,
in Star Trek, the people who work for the timeline, like the relativity, yeah, no, they're the earlier version. Talking about the later version, right? Actually, the earlier version of the Time Travel Federation.
Wow.
Yeah. But they turn around and they say that, like, just in passing reference, he goes, "Yeah, our job is essentially to make every single time travel instant a closed loop."
See, that would be better. The dialogue that
which makes sense.
That they hate closed loops, and I've got the dialogue right here. I can read it out. She's probably known.
At least closed loops are probably the most sensical form of time travel there is.
Exactly.
Because they're nice. because they're nice and straightforward and they wrap themselves up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice and easy. They can be difficult to write, but if you do them done properly, yeah, like 12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys is your go-to example of a nice, neat closed loop. Terminator 1 is another one, but not Terminator 2.
Yeah,
BK Dan mused over his porn options.
Yeah, let's not open the can of worms that is the Terminator franchise.
Yeah, but
because that debate could probably go on for days.
But next year, I'm like when I do my channel rebrand, I'm planning on working on a big video that's pretty much going to look at how many different timelines Star Trek has created within itself without addressing it.
Oh boy. What is that?
It's on Reven's channel, whatever it is.
That's not mine.
That's not
it. BK Dan, job in the police force, not for you. It's my channel. It's
Sounds like a flock of geese.
It is a flock of geese. They're actually genetically they're descended from the actual geese that saved Rome. They're completely paranoid.
Are they your sex toys?
They're like they're going mental. It's all right. It's all right. Moises isn't here. Oh, they've gone mad. Hey, what do you think of Picard season 3? Oh yeah, not like Picard.
Are you asking them or us?
Picard season 3 is the best of New Trek that there has been.
It's the worst. Are you kidding? Picard's not even in it.
Isn't City on the Edge of Forever the next episode that Jill's going to review?
I hope so.
I think it is. I think she said it is.
Season 3 is literally the worst Star Trek ever because Picard's not in it, and a lot of people don't even realise that. Imagine being so stupid as to not realise that Picard isn't in Picard.
Yes, he is.
Oh, what are you? 12 years old? Oh no, he isn't.
He's
a clone. I don't know if you've actually watched the previous season.
It's not.
He's a skin job. He's a poster.
It's not really. It's not really him, is it? Is it? Picard's dead.
Yeah, Picard's dead. It's not Picard.
It's not the body. It's not the body, but it's still the person.
Yeah, have you ever seen Blade Runner? You ever heard of Blade Runner, BK?
God, you're obsessed with that fucking movie.
So, this is a YouTube channel. What do you want from me? I mean, it's a pop culture channel. You're meant to be obsessed with movies. Like, that's your job.
Yeah. That is kind of the point of the channel like this.
It's kind of a job requirement. And thanks to my obsession about Blade Runner, I realised that, at least for the character of Rick Deckard, it's very important, apparently for everyone on Earth, there's a big difference between being a replicant and a human. Like, if you're a replicant, you get your head blown off on sight. Yeah, that's Blade Runner world. Now, I know Blade Runner isn't a shared universe with Star Trek, folks, but we've had 41 years, it's 41 now, as Dalek knows painfully. We've got a running joke with Dalek. Captain, will you please stop talking about is Deckard a replicant? It's so tedious. Well,
it's not.
The reason we have
Captain,
that joke.
Captain.
You're right, Dalek. You're right.
I'm getting ready. It's not. Captain, it's not just you. I'm tired of hearing it from everyone, not just you.
Guest building to a point. Guest building to a point. Thank you.
Sorry.
The reason it's a running joke is because everyone is passionately invested, you could say obsessed, Potato Revan, with the question, is Deckard a replicant? And the irony is that no one apart from me has ever put forward the answer, maybe it doesn't matter, who cares? The irony is only I've suggested that's the answer to the Deckard question, no one cares. But when it comes to is Picard a replicant, the two answers are yes he is, it's not even a debate, and B, no one cares. Well, if no one cares, then why do we have Blade Runner? I want Rick Deckard showing up at the end of Picard season 3 going, right, Picard, I'm going to put the machine on you. If you don't get these questions right, I'm going to blow your brains out right here.
What's this? And what's this from you, Dan? Disney Plus and Bad Wolf are working on a project in the Doctor world, a show called Unit. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a feminist female-led show.
Oh God. Of
Unit,
course
yep.
it. Of course it is. Because everything is. Ugh.
Check over what Potato was saying, checking all the right boxes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's already a failure.
I saw that a couple days ago. I saw that news, yeah.
This is why I've given up on Doctor Who. I just don't don't care anymore. I'm just gonna state this right here, right now. Doctor Who is dead. End of. What's that? What is that noise? Is
I
that
think it's Potato being a mad typer.
Is that your audio again, Revan?
I think he's typing.
What? I was typing.
Yeah. He's a mad typer. He's really aggressive.
No, I was now it's messaging Rennie.
Okay. You're a very aggressive typer.
Oh, how is Rennie?
She's good. I just confirmed that she's on the panel for tonight.
I haven't spoken to her for a long time.
Go to the network for more than 2 seconds and you'll see her. She's always in the network, Dalek.
Well, I wouldn't really know that because most of the time I ignore Twitter.
I know. I'm just saying, if you ever want to say hi, just pop your head up into the network and she'll be there. She's good peoples. She doesn't bite, she nibbles. There's a difference.
I don't speak to nibble.
I always say that about my friend. It's like, don't worry, she doesn't bite, she nibbles.
But I gotta say, what I like this new, using, this whole, might notice I've got the, I've turned on what do they call it? The headlines feature?
Yeah, headlines, yeah.
For StreamYard, I quite like it.
So do I.
Can you give your full title?
I'm the Burger Dan.
Look who just popped up. Hey, in the chat. Hey, Moses.
Hey, it's not Ryan.
Hey, Moses.
Is it?
And hello to not Brian. Good to see you too.
Not Ryan. Yep. B Ryan. Okay. Sorry.
Your name is BK Dan the Burger Man.
I'm the Burger Dan.
He says
no Burger Man.
He says happy St. Patrick's Day and hello to Sci-Fi Nation. So anyway, I think it's about time I got into what I wanted to say earlier. Why I've not been around much.
Guys, give me 2 seconds. I need to bounce. Dalek, I will see you later. Okay? I'm gonna get a phone call.
Well, thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you later, Revan. And then there were 3. Hey, Moises, you want to join us? And Theodore agrees. Requesting Moises. Moises joins the panel. Oh dear.
Oh no.
You don't have to join. You don't have to come up, Moises, but it'd be nice if you did. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I vote yes, Moises. Yes, vote yes on Proposition Moises.
Oh, he says.
Sorry.
No. He says. Moses says sorry. No.
It's okay, dude.
And all right, Moses. You don't have to come up. Anyway.
It's okay. Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I've not been around is because I've been Well, I've been playing Hogwarts. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy obsessively, and that's just been taking up almost all of my time. It's just been, it's just been eating, sleeping, and playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay. Back in my days of playing video games, we had a term for that. It's called no lifing it.
No life.
You're no lifing it. We have a term for that in my video game days.
I can understand that. Yeah.
No lifing it. Yeah.
And this is despite the fact I've been telling trying to say to tell both myself and these friends of mine I talked to on Discord that I need a break from the game. I've got other things I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you all know. Sure, you all, anyone who's been seen me pop up over on Jill's channel or a couple of other last couple of streams I was talking about what I'm gonna do with my channel. I was gonna do that little Flying Scotsman 100 celebration thing. I wanted to do this weekly show reviewing modern Doctor Who from Christopher Eccleston all the way up to Peter Capaldi.
All the best of the series, yeah. In my opinion, the best of the series.
Yeah, I know that's something that's something that would definitely take a while. I know, and but I guess I was kind of I was kind of inspired by what Jill has been doing. Doing her weekly show reviewing the original Star Trek and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I want to do. Maybe I could try and do something similar. I mean, would you watch that, Dan? With me, with me reviewing Doctor Who?
Yeah.
And, I
like the reboot. I do like the reboot.
I mean, look, I was introduced to Doctor Who as a very little kid by my parents, but I didn't get into Doctor Who like I did until the modern series came along in 2005.
Yeah. Oh, Dalek, I just sent you something through Discord. That is for you. That's not for the world. Okay.
Okay. All right. Shall I look at that after the stream then?
Okay. Yeah. It's for you, not for the world.
Okay. All right. I won't share it or anything. I'll look at it later once the stream's done.
Okay.
Okay. Now I need to. Right. Well, let's see what's being said in the chat, shall we?
Quite a bit.
Cypher Nation says hi to O'Brien. Miss Moises says, also, guys, you seen the Monument Mythos? I think he asked me what's the Monument Mythos, Moises? Join the Theodore's insisting Moises join the panel. Hakime says, lol, that's like me in high school.
We're not going to talk about no life in the video.
When I was talking about the game, obsessively playing the game. I mean, that's something I tend to do sometimes. I get my hands on I get into a game as I get so determined to complete everything in it. That's what I've been trying to do with Hogwarts Legacy. I've been trying to 100% it. He says, Theodore asks, you okay, Captain Finity?
Yeah, all good. Just got a couple of distractions in the real world, but thank you for asking, Theodore.
Okay. And then Moses says, "Has any of you seen the monument?" Oh, you already asked that. Moses, what is the monument mythos?
Yeah, good question. Good question.
The Monument Men, that's all I've got.
Yeah, Monument Mythos, he says, yeah.
Monument mythos. Have you heard of it, Captain? Or is it or maybe it's a new thing? Is this a new thing, Moises? Did you know that tonight, as well as being St. Patrick's Day, today in the UK is also it's Red Nose Night.
Okay.
Have you heard of that? Comet Relief. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Well, I used to. There's they do this like big charity event every I think it's like once every 2 years over here, and it's it's big wide countrywide event raising money for good causes and all that. But
okay.
Frankly, and I used. God, I can hear my brother laughing his head off.
It'd be funny to watch. Someone laugh their head off.
And frankly, I've gotten tired of those. And my parents are watching it, but I took one look at like what they've got lined up for tonight's Red Nose Night show, and I was like, nope, I'm at it. I'm not watching that crap. I was like, because it just looked to me like a long list of mindless, boring shit,
Oh yeah, I hear you. We're a pharmacy over here in the States does Red Nose Day as well, so I don't know if that's related. Because you buy a red nose for like $1 or something, and it's a rubber nose, obviously, and they donate 100% out to charity.
I used to take part in those kind of days, when I was a little kid. Shut up. Yeah, I used to take part in those events a bit as a kid because especially when I was in school, because we'd have these because we do these like special days where like on Red Nose Day, we like if we bought in like a small amount, like a tiny like a pound or 50 pence or something like that, we'd be allowed to come to school dressed in our regular clothes, our own clothes, instead of wearing school uniform.
Okay. Yeah. It's for good cause, so yeah.
And looks like Moises has given us an answer here. The monument mythos is an alternate history and analog horror that takes place in an alternate reality where national monuments hide dark secrets and what the government is hiding. Right.
So, are you sure that's an alternate world?
Are you sure that's an alternate world, Moises?
Because I've seen some interesting stuff on a couple of the monuments. Yeah. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole here, but yeah, I've seen some interesting stuff.
Well, Hakeem says, haven't had a game in a while that made me addicted to it.
Neither have I. The last game I got really addicted to, believe it or not, was Oblivion.
I think might have heard of it.
That's the game before Skyrim.
In the
Elder Scrolls series, yeah.
I've heard of now that game I remember, Skyrim. I've heard of Skyrim.
Oblivion is a game before Skyrim. The
Ah,
Elder Scrolls series, yeah. Yeah,
oh,
it's Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls is I've heard of
The
Elder
last one,
Scrolls,
yeah.
and that's the next in the series after Skyrim.
Yep. Oblivion is the one before Skyrim. That was the last game I got really into.
Apparently Moise has played Oblivion and Skyrim.
When I started playing Oblivion for the first time. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. Sunday morning, I realized I better try to get some sleep. Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. 36 hours. Literally. Before I realized what time it was.
Yeah, I definitely know all too well about, getting so engrossed in a game that I don't realize how long I've actually been playing it. That's actually happened twice very recently. One most recent obviously was Hogwarts Legacy, and then before that was another game. Inscription, yeah.
No. I saw you getting into that one. Oh yeah, did I?
Oh, I've lost the captain.
I think it's for good reason too. Read his comments. Yeah.
He's still in the chat though. Theodore, I didn't get much recognition from my revelation about Picard, so this Blade Runner is silent. No. It's like Blade Runner actually has a weakness.
I've got my own views. But I'll be silent. It's not my channel.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, the last obsession was Inscription.
Yes. I saw you really getting into that one. I saw that you really got into that one.
That's a slightly older game that I've had since it launched like 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's back. What happened, Captain?
I time travelled. For me, that was instantaneous.
Right.
Sorry, just parking in the DeLorean. Okay, let's go. Not you, Einstein.
Einstein was a good boy.
He was. He knew to disappear for a minute. Unlike Marty and Jen. Just saying.
Anyway, where was I?
Obsession with video games.
I was talking about obsession with video games, and yeah, Inscription is actually a game I got upset. I actually got obsessively played like more than once. Because I love that game so much. And then they released the Casey's mod add-on, addition to it, and then they released, and then they gave us like a whole new set of achievements you could get, Steam achievements you could get for it. So
yep.
I don't what I'm doing. And then there's this other game which I also got off Steam. It was called. Have you heard of a character called Henry Stickmin?
No.
Oh, it's a fun. Henry Stickmin's it's a fun little series of games. It's like this little stick character that you get. Okay. It's literally just what's the best way of putting it? It's just it's basically just it's literally just a point and click game. You basically just it's one of those games you just basically just sit back and watch, and then you have to decide. You just click on what you want to happen, basically, and and there's like several wrong choices and one right choice that makes advances things. And hey, it's the big bear himself, Snortapoopas. Cute.
Poopy! There he is.
Hey, Snorty, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man is here. Hey, Spidey, great to see you all the way from Mexico. This is okay. Now I've got a show.
Yeah. Oh, dog! I sent you a YouTube link through Discord about a show that I used to watch when I was a kid. It's British public broadcasting.
Really?
But it was played in the States in the early 70s. But it's older than that. It was played in the States in public broadcasting over here. But it's the early 70s is when it played over here. You've probably never heard of this show. Pleasant Valley Picker. Basically, we're talking about obsessions. Mostly
Get PvP up here. It's not a party till you got the picker up on the show. Dalek, have you had the PvP?
I didn't see it.
Have you broken your PvP, Cherry? Are you a
Didn't
Pleasant Valley virgin, Dalek?
Captain, I was still talking.
Pleasant Valley Pickers. Hey, good to see you.
One at a time, please. I think he'd waited to pause. You're not my dad. Did you just tell me to stop talking?
I'm pretty sure.
No, I told you I was still talking.
You must be Dad. I think I have had. I think I have had PvP on my channel before.
Like the atmosphere with BK Dan.
Yeah, I think you have, Dalek. I think you have.
BK Dan's a bit grumpy today.
So anyway, this show you sent is Simon in the Land of Chalk Drawings.
Mike, disagreeable, you might say.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of this. No.
Yeah. It's a little 6-minute video of the basic description of the show. It's just imagine you have to be in the mindset of a kindergartner, of like a 5 or 6-year-old. Really. Really. Look at it from the point of view of a 5 or a 6-year-old. It's awesome from a 5 or 6-year-old point of view. From your age now, you wouldn't like it, but as a 5 or 6-year-old you would like it.
Okay. Well, right. Well, I'm guessing I probably might. Well, if I did look at it, I might enjoy it because because I still love a lot of stuff that I used to watch as a 5-year-old.
I used to watch that when I was about 5 or 6. So yeah.
And anyway, Canadian Spider-Man says in San Patricio de Malacuda. How do you say that? San Patricio de Malek. I probably botched that. Which translates to Saint Patrick's of Malek. These people have been setting off explosives and drinking since 5:30 a.m. and ringing bells at the church. Love it. And then there's a bit of a suggestion from PvP. Dalek, maybe do some Doctor Who watch parties would be fun. Maybe. I mean, if I could get that, maybe if I could, I don't know, get that, was it Cosme thing to work?
Yeah, Cosme. KOSMI.
Yeah, maybe I could try something like that. I don't know. I mean, I've been I've taken part in watch parties like that once or twice.
I did too. There's no YouTuber. He does that almost constantly all day long. He has different people rotating through. He doesn't actually stream it. He's just in the background, in the backstage all day long. You know?
And Malakay. Okay, thanks for that, Spidey. What else has been said here? Spidey says to PvP, hail to you and happy St. Paddy's Day, buddy. I'm rolling a green cigarette as we speak.
What could he be talking about?
I live in the mindset of a 6-year-old.
I got a 6-year-old grandson. Does that count? a 6 and a 9. 6 and a 9-year-old grandsons. Does that count?
Maybe.
Okay, Spider-Man says he'd watch Doctor Who Watch Party. Yeah,
you'd watch a Doctor Who watch party. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if I could get that Cosby thing to work, I could probably like. I don't know how that. I don't know how that works. You know, Cosby. So.
Neither do I.
I mean, I know it's like involves like finding whatever you want to watch on a certain somewhere and then sharing it to Cosme somehow.
Yeah. But I don't know exactly how it works myself. So.
Living here in the UK, I could run the episodes off the BBC iPlayer, I guess.
Okay.
Or if I wanted to like do a watch party of some classic Who, I could do it off. I could play those off BritBox if I could.
Believe it or not, I have not seen too much of the classic. I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes of the classic.
You've never which one? You've never seen much of the classic era?
No, maybe 2 or 3 episodes.
Which episodes?
I think it's the 4th Doctor dealing with Martians.
Martians.
I can't remember the other one. But I think that's one of them.
Were they green? Yeah. Were they tall, green, and reptilian?
Oh yeah. It was the 4th, maybe the 5th Doctor. I can't remember.
I don't know if Tom Baker ever faced the Doctor Who equivalent of the Martians. I don't know if he faced the Ice Warriors. I know John Pertwee did, and so did, and John Pertwee's more famous for facing the Silurians than the Ice Warriors. But it was Patrick Troughton who first faced the Ice Warriors. I don't know if Tom Baker faced them.
Okay. Yeah, Baker's a scarf. Yeah.
Obviously.
Baker's a scarf, right?
Yeah, Tom Baker's the guy who wore the scarf. Yes. Yeah. I love that scarf.
My friend Aaron loves the scarf. That was his Doctor. He started watching.
I just bought that scarf, Dalek.
He saw Tom Baker's first episode, and he saw Tom Baker's last episode, and he stopped after that. He said Tom Baker is his Doctor. That's it. No more.
Nothing else but Tom Baker.
Yep. That's my friend Aaron. Yep.
And
If
you
anyone would like to
and
see me on the Dalek screen in Tom Baker's scarf, put an S in the chat, and I'll promise to do that next time.
you
Only on Dalek 451.
you actually got Tom Baker's scarf. Wow, that's
Not
cool.
it's not actually Tom Baker's scarf. Well, they said it was, but I assume they're lying. But you know, a
It's
duplicate.
not. Well, it's not. Obviously,
very,
it's not
very
the. It's
long
not
scarf.
the. It's not the original scarf, obviously, but it's a. It's a
It
very
might
good.
be. Yeah, probably isn't. I know it kind of smells of Lala Ward, so you never know.
And how would you know what Lala? How would you know what Lala Ward smells like?
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't you like to know? Just a guesswork in the laboratory. Probably sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, and unicorns, and Pegasi.
Didn't they get married, Tom and Lala, at one point?
Yeah.
That makes.
Then she married that Dawkins, didn't she? The king of the atheists. Oh, there's an S in the chat from Poopy. All right, just for you, Poopy. Tom Baker's actual scarf, as once worn by Lala Ward, on screen only on Dalek 451.
Mm-hmm. That would be okay. That would be if you could. Okay, yeah. If we could show that next time, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
I mean, you can verify it to see whether it's the real deal.
Yeah, Dalek. As far as no liking a video game, I did way back around 97, 98, when Final Fantasy 7 came out for the PlayStation. For the original PlayStation. I know like that thing like crazy.
I got that game on. I think I got that. I think I got that game, Final Fantasy 7. Not on the PlayStation. I think it was on one of the handheld consoles I had.
Oh,
I think it was like I think it was possibly on PlayStation Portable or PlayStation Vita, or it might have been my Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure which one.
I don't think it would be Nintendo. That's a Sony game.
And yeah, you're right. It's Final Fantasy is pretty much exclusive to PlayStation, to Sony. You're right.
It's a Sony game. Yeah, it's a Sony game. Yeah. I probably put about 200 or 300 hours in the first month on that game. Seriously, 200 or 300 hours on that game in the first month. I had it. Seriously, I know life that thing like crazy.
And we've just and that's it. And I need to point this out. We've actually passed an hour for this stream.
Oh man, already an hour and 3 and change. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? What else was I saying?
Way back in the day, I know I have a video game called Tetris.
Oh, Tetris, yeah.
Yes. That's a Nintendo game. Way back.
I know it. Early 80s. Trust me, Dan. I know what Tetris is. I know what it is.
When it first came out on the NES.
It did, yeah.
Around 83, 84. I spent a lot of time on that one too. A lot. I'm pretty sure. I think I have played Tetris, but only when I got lucky enough to get my hands on someone else's old Game Boy, and they happened to have the game in it at the time. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the only time I think that's really the only time I really played Tetris. And I was terrible. I was terrible at it.
I was a teenager at the time, and I loved that game. I was a teenager, and that was my thing. That was my jam. Tetris.
very first. I think the very possibly the very first gaming console I ever had was most likely some kind of Game Boy. I think it was like the slim. Yeah, I had the very first console I ever had was a Game Boy. It was definitely, it wasn't the original Game Boy. I think it was something called a Game Boy Pocket, which was like, I don't know if you heard of those. It's exactly the same as the original Game Boy, but it's smaller. It's
smaller, yeah.
Because the original Game Boy was an absolute brick of a thing.
Okay, I'm going to resurrect a name that has not probably been spoken in 35, 40 years.
What?
ColecoVision.
Oh, right.
That was my first console. ColecoVision. Yeah.
I think I was actually since we're on the subject of old computers or old games consoles, I was surprised to learn from my dad a little not that long ago that we've actually got I think it's called a Commodore 64 up in our loft.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was just really what? We've actually got one of those.
That was really popular in the late 80s, yeah. Late 80s. That was really popular. Mid-late 80s, yeah. Like 85 to 88.
Until then, I had absolutely no idea we even had it.
Yep. That was really
no
popular.
idea at all.
Yeah. We had a 64. And then we had the next step up, the Commodore 128. But I also had the precursor to the Commodore 64. It was called a VIC-20, VIC-20, VIC-20. It used audio cassettes instead of a disk drive.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That was tech.
video games on tapes rather than cartridges or discs.
That was a computer. It used an audio cassette for a tape thing and an audio cassettes you plug in. Regular like audio cassettes, like this big.
Yeah.
Instead of a disk drive for storage.
I remember cassettes when I was a little kid. I do remember cassettes.
We had a computer that used that for memory instead of disk drives. Before the disk drive.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going back to like 82 area. Yeah.
Talking about I find that stuff fascinating. I really do.
Well, I've lived it. I've lived through it. So I remember it all.
Sure you, yeah.
Yeah. I remember when cell phones first came out. Seriously, I'm going to swear a little bit on your stream. Saw bitches were this friggin' big. Seriously, this friggin' big.
Right. Yeah,
about that thick. And this friggin' big.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They were huge. Like $1 a minute or some shit. Seriously. Oh my god. They were huge. $1 a minute. Also, there was no real plans. It was $1 a minute. Analog phones.
$1 a minute to use these things.
Yes. They were freaking huge and they cost $1 a minute. I remember car phones. Do you remember car phones?
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. There are some cars which actually had telephones built into them.
Car phones, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
That was really think about it. Something like that was, I guess, kind of ahead of its time, even for back then.
It was. Oh, you're right, Canadian Spider. You're right. No, seriously. Yeah, I just read it.
Canadian Spider-Man says for $1 a minute you should be able to rent a girl.
Oh man, you're right. Oh, although that's $1 US, so it's more like $1.20 Canadian.
$1, right? Yeah, $1. I keep forgetting there's more than $1 in the world.
Yeah. There's 3 that I know of.
There's the US
I know
dollar.
about 3.
The US dollar, obviously. There's the Canadian dollar. There's the Australian dollar. What else?
That's the ones I know. Oh, really? Really, Captain? Really?
The fuck am I? Chopped liver over here. New Zealand dollar. Thank you.
Oh, New Zealand as well. Okay.
Oh, look, New Zealand has their own dollar as well. My God.
Well, what the fuck would you expect would do? Trading sheep and groats?
Yes. You ask a question, I'm going to answer it. Yes.
Well, it's a stupid answer because I just told you it's dollar.
Well, you asked, what do I think? What do I think? Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's not an argument. If you think we actually trade in sheep and groats, you know, the joke is over. I was being sarcastic. We do not trade in sheep and groats. Let's move on. It was a humorous statement.
Obviously, you don't. Obviously, you're being humorous.
Exactly, but BK Dan's talking as if it's some kind of debate I'm missing out on. I answered your question. Thank you, BK Dan.
It's not a debate.
It's not a debate. That is correct.
It's not a debate. It's just a fact.
It's not a debate. It's a fact.
What was right? Where was I? I think I need to. What's been said in the chat?
Something I hope. Anything.
Canadian Spider-Man said, "Watched the new episode of Picard last night. It looked okay for a mystery story, and had a cool new Constitution class starship. It's a good mystery story, but nothing to do with Star Trek. Of course not." And at least Moises says, "At least the Monument Mythos has a good story and narrative from what we have on the dumb media." Yeah, right. I'm sure it does, Moises. And it's not a poopus says, "All hair and teeth."
Mm.
And then Ken Spice says, "What else is Tom Baker famous for?" Well, I know he's well, there is one thing I know he's famous for, which I wish he wasn't. He was the narrator on Little Britain. I freaking hate that show.
Fair enough.
Good to another guest here who just popped in. Hello to Pleasant Valley Picker CA.
Yes.
Hi guys. How are you? Hey, I couldn't resist. I just noticed you were live and talking about Doctor Who, so that's cool. I just want to say, hey Don, have you ever thought doing Doctor Who watch parties with some of us here? Like I saw the early episodes years ago when we got a channel called Space Channel here. You know, it's one of those cable channels, and for a while they were showing like Doctor Who every day at a certain time, right? And I really got in like the old black and white ones, right? The real, it was great. And then of course when they rebooted it, with the newer series, I watched a lot of those too. But there's a lot in the middle that I haven't seen. I think so that would be great. If you did watch parties.
You mean like Peter Davison and
yeah. What's is that the guy with the long scarf?
No.
I can't remember them. There's so many of them I lose track, but you know the guy I mean. Tom Baker?
We were just saying earlier, Tom Baker's the guy with the scarf.
Yeah, okay. Well, I missed your early part, but I would love to see. He's so popular. I would imagine his episodes are really great, and I've never seen any of those.
Yeah. I mean, in my humble opinion, Tom Baker he's the Doctor. He's the best Doctor of all time.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus, doesn't it? Like I've always heard people rave about him as the Doctor. So, I really would love to check some of those out one of these days. If you did a watch party, like maybe once a week, and everybody watched a few episodes and then discussed it afterwards, because you're so knowledgeable about Doctor Who, right? It would be awesome.
That's actually not a that would actually be that's not a bad idea.
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Arrange something like that. Yeah.
PvP. That sounds like a book club kind of thing going on.
Yeah, it would be fun. Like, we could watch a couple episodes, whatever the time allowed, and then discuss it afterwards, share our thoughts, and that would be great. I would be totally into that.
So would I, Dalek. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Dalek, has the time to set something like that up, that would be really cool.
If I could arrange something like that, that would be great. I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I'm sure a lot of folks would probably want to join in too, because I think, in the community, Doctor Who is pretty popular. So
yeah,
I think you'd probably get good numbers in viewership for that.
Good interaction as well. Yeah. Going on.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be.
All right, sure.
Anyway, put it on the list of things to do there, Dalek.
Good idea, PvP. Good idea, PvP.
Canadian Spider-Man has kind of reacted to what I said. What, you don't like Little Britain? That surprised me, Dalek. It seemed to be typical English humor, and there's some physical comedy that is well done. The characters aren't that annoying. Yeah, I would have to disagree, Spidey. I don't know. There was just something about Little Britain that just really put me off. I don't know what it was.
I've seen a few clips of it, and it didn't really float my boat either, to be honest.
I think it's the funniest thing ever. Top 3 comedies of all time. But comedy is merely taste, it's opinion. So I won't debate it. You're free to not like whatever you like.
Really.
I mean, in my opinion, if you want good British comedy, go watch Only Fools and Horses or Blackadder or Dad's Army. That's real British comedy.
No, that's your opinion. I'd recommend Little Britain. That's the whole thing about opinion is that's why I never get into debates about.
He did start with his opinion. He did start that it was. He did start.
You're interrupting. Look, VK Dan, you've been a bit passive aggressive all day. I'm trying to make a point now. So why don't you just shut up and let me talk? Okay.
Here we go.
I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a fun discussion on the show.
He started with his opinion.
Why are you arguing? See, Dalek, listen. Why does this? I'm just trying to have a fun show for the audience. Interacting. You're interrupting. You're arguing with me. What is your problem?
Finley does not equal fun.
No, seriously, VK Dan, you've been passively aggressively ruining my vibe for like the last hour. This is a public show. I'm trying to have fun, start a fun debate.
We all are.
So I noted. I'm trying to have fun here.
Let's have fun, guys.
Let's have fun. And can we not interrupt me and just tell me I'm wrong before I finish my point? I'm trying to have fun here. I'd never try and
tell you you're wrong because it would be
not
pointless.
You. I'm specifically PK Dan has been a constant buzzkill. I've been monitoring his performance. I'm not enjoying it. Oh, I can just mute myself and you can all have an atmosphere. How about that?
There we go. That'll work too, I guess. Anyway, I wanted to mention a couple of British comedies. Blackadder is awesome, of course. Fawlty Towers is great. Monty Python, I love. Have you ever seen a show called The Young Ones? It's crazy as hell.
The Young Ones.
That show is nuts.
I've never really watched it myself, but my dad loves The Young Ones.
You should. It's so bizarre. Well, surreal. It makes Monty Python look normal. Let's put it that way.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's way out there. Like, way out there. Oh, yeah. It's totally nuts. And, I mean, there's no coherent storyline from episode to episode. Like, one episode, the house might blow up, and the next episode, they're all fine. It's like, it's that crazy. It's just nuts. But it's so much fun. It's really, really funny.
Okay. One I really like, it's episodic, but it still has a continuing storyline as well, is Mrs. Brown's Boys.
I have not seen that one.
Oh my God!
I heard mixed reviews about that, though. Some people love it.
No,
some people hate it.
No. I hate Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Really?
I hate it.
Really?
It's one of those shows that seems to polarize people. Yeah, from what I've heard over the years.
I'm sorry. I think Mrs. Brown's Boys is awful.
Huh. Okay.
You know, a show I really enjoyed too was that doesn't
I
get
don't know.
mentioned much.
I don't know. Maybe it's the feel of the humor in it, but there's just something. It's just something about it that just makes me think like, no, I don't want to watch this.
Well, the thing with humor is it's so personal, right? I mean, everybody's got their own taste in everything, basically, and we can agree, disagree, discuss, debate, whatever. But when it comes to comedy, I think that's an extra sensitive area because it's like you either get the humor and you laugh or you don't, right? And when you don't,
Yeah.
it's like nope, 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 right? It's just like
Right.
watch something else. Have you guys ever heard of a show called Good Neighbors?
I've heard of it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's
Never
got a
heard of it.
different title in the UK though. I think it's The Good Life is the title.
Oh,
in the
The
UK.
Good Life.
Yeah,
Is that?
that's the
Yeah.
one with the goods, and they try to be self-sufficient, and they put a garden in the backyard, and start raising
I've heard
chickens,
of.
and it's
I've heard.
hilarious.
I've heard of The Good Life. Yeah.
It's a real sweet, natured comedy that though it does have an edge to it. It could get pretty crazy at times, but it's hilarious. It actually, I think, ran for 4 seasons in the UK, which is pretty
I
good.
think it had a Yeah. I've heard.
It was very popular back then, and I highly
Never actually-
recommend that. If
Never
you've never
actually
seen it.
watched this. Never actually watched the show, but I've seen clips from it, and it's like I get it's got that. I get what basically what the humor is there. It's like it's this this really down to earth couple trying to just live a very simple life, and
Exactly.
and their neighbors are like these really snobby.
Well, their neighbors are like upper class twits, right?
Right.
They're like snobby, especially the wife. She's really snobby, but they are, best of friends too. So it's kind of a weird.
I think
weird
she was.
Vibe.
Isn't she? Wasn't I mean the wife, the snobby wife? Wasn't she also played? Wasn't she played by the actress who played
Penelope Keith? She was into The Men Are Born.
Yeah, I thought that's
Born.
where she was from. Yeah,
That was a good show too. I liked Matterborn. That was pretty entertaining. And of course, you had Felicity Kendall in that show, which is like she was totally smoking hot. And that didn't actually hurt watching it either. It was like, yes. It was fun. But it's basically the stories, the writing that makes it worthwhile because it is pretty well written show.
Again, it had a pretty point. It had a pretty. What I do know about it, it had a pretty poignant ending.
Yeah, I think the last episode, their house got vandalized or something. It was kind of a bit of a downer, but
the way it ends, what I do know, it was a really, really kind of it was kind of downtrodden, kind of sad ending because they come into the living room and their house is an absolute wreck, and
yeah, I remember that one.
And she's like, and they're so speechless, they just don't know what to say.
Yeah, but they do say, I think, that they're not going to give up just in spite of what happened. They're still going to continue to, pursue their lifestyle, so to speak. Yeah, I'm just looking up here.
Now continue on with British, but sci-fi. Red Dwarf.
Okay.
Red Dwarf.
I wanted to bring up Red Dwarf. I love Red Dwarf.
I love it too. Red Dwarf is awesome.
I've only seen the first 3 seasons, but I love them. Oh my god!
I think Red Dwarf was fantastic. I mean, especially yes. I think it really hit its. I think its real peak was season 3, and seasons 4 and 5 are really good, but then it starts to go down a little downhill by season 6, and then by season 7 and 8, it pretty much went off. It went a bit off the rails.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. I don't think I ever saw the later seasons, but I probably saw like the first 6 at least, and they were pretty awesome.
I saw the first 3. I've only seen the first 3 so far.
Was the 3rd season when Crichton came into the show, Dalek?
No. Well, technically, no. Crichton was introduced in an episode called Crichton in season 2, but it was season 3 that Crichton became a permanent member of the show.
He became a regular then. Okay, I figured it was.
Yeah,
season
it was.
three.
It was. Yeah, Crichton only appeared for one episode in season 2. That's where we were introduced to him, and he wasn't played by Robert Llewellyn.
No, he was a different guy, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I think Crichton's my favorite part of the show, really, because Crichton's just so damn.
if you
he's
watch,
so goofy.
Crichton's
Smeg.
awesome.
I remember. You guys remember the episode? Oh, Schmeg. Do you remember the episode where Crichton has the vacuum cleaner attachment to his crotch, and he's going around vacuuming? That's like, oh my God, I can't believe they got away with this. It was so good.
I know.
It's great. Yeah. And I mean, the whole cast, though. I mean, Kat and, and all the rest of them. I mean, just hilarious.
Okay. Another British hilarious. We're going back to the late 70s, early 80s.
I've actually got all 8 of the original 8 seasons of Red Dwarf on DVD somewhere.
Excellent.
Oh God, nice.
Nice, yeah. I wish I had those.
No shit, seriously.
I really should get the DVDs one of these years, I guess. Darn.
So another British comedy. It's almost a sitcom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s. Are You Being Served?
Oh yeah. That ran for like 7 years, didn't it?
I was like 15 when I got introduced to it. It blew my freaking mind.
And that was unusual for a British comedy because it's got over 100 episodes, right? It must have like 150 episodes or something. It went on forever, but it was great. Yes. I mean, though the cast changed as the seasons went on, they still managed to keep the quality pretty high.
Mr. Humphreys had gray hair in the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were getting a little bit long in the tooth by the time it ended because that had a huge long run, that show. Yes. But that was a great show.
Yes.
Great show.
Yes. Don't stereotype me, but I love Mr. Humphreys.
Oh, yeah. He was hilarious. Was he like the first kind of gay character on TV?
He was pretty open about it, yeah. I think
he was a little bit. He was a little bit,
I like the loafers.
Yeah, lighten the loafers. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I want to be politically correct on here. Don't want to get Dalek demonetized or anything.
Don't worry about that. I'm not monetized anyway.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that was a great show. God, that was a funny show. I think I've probably seen most of the episodes.
I was like 15 or 16 when I got introduced to it. It about blew my freaking mind.
Yeah, I first saw it in the 70s because they started showing all the Britcoms on the PBS channel in Seattle, just south of here. And so I would watch that, and I would watch, all Monty Python and, all of that stuff, right? And then they started showing stuff like The Prisoner, which was great. They showed like sci-fi. It was, TV was really good back in those days.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Oh,
yes, it was.
From the six, I absolutely agree. Like TV from the 60s through to the 80s, it was fantastic.
It was a golden age, really. Yeah.
Up to about 85, 87, yeah.
Yeah, then it seemed like by the 90s, everything was kind of jumping the shark in a lot of ways.
I remember Jump the Shark. I remember that episode.
Yeah, that's the one with Fonzie, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty famous.
I've heard that. That's where the phrase came from. That episode of Happy Days where he literally jumped the shark. You're right.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I never was a big Happy Days fan. I guess maybe I'm, unusual that way, but I liked season 1 because it felt more realistic to me. And then when Fonzie became the center of attention, and it kind of basically became the Fonzie show after a while. Yeah, I just kind of lost interest at that point. I mean, I've seen a lot of them, but
I got into the Vernon Shirley as well, and then after that, I got into their spinoff. It was Mark and Mindy was their spinoff.
Right.
Yep.
I actually probably my favorite of those would be Laverne and Shirley. I just thought that was a great show.
Yes.
It was goofy, but it was funny as hell. Like,
it was a stepped up version from Lucy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was nice because you had two, central characters, both working women, working class gals, so you could relate to them.
From Milwaukee, yeah.
Yeah, from Milwaukee. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, I loved it. And of course, Lenny and Squiggy. It's like, oh my God, those guys are hilarious. Have you guys ever seen the Christmas episode where Lenny and Squiggy do a musical number in the variety show?
I remember that, but I can't remember exactly. I remember seeing
It's something about Santa Claus passing out on somebody's lawn or something. It's just totally bizarre. It was so funny. I'll never forget that one. Yeah, it was actually a really good song too. Seems like we lost the captain. Oh my.
Yeah, we lost him.
Maybe his internet died again. He seems to have been having trouble with that lately.
He usually has bad internet. Yeah, his internet goes very wonky. Yeah, that's the word of the day. Wonky. That's the word of the day. Wonky.
I would think New Zealand would have decent internet, but because it's not that big a country, But
I don't know.
Kid. Well,
I mean,
I'll say this. I'll say this much. I'm probably. This is probably just my own little slight bias and nostalgia talking because I was a '90s. I was born in the early '90s. I grew up from through the '90s and the early 2000s. But I mean, I don't know I'm not sure about the rest of TV from back then. But kids shows from then from like the '90s, they were amazing.
You talking like Teletubbies or something?
No, hell no. Oh God, no.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that joke, Alex. Sorry.
I wanted to say that. I was this close to saying it. Thank you,
I couldn't resist.
I was this close to saying it.
Yeah.
I was this close to saying it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not what I'd put on my watch list for sure. Once you've seen them, though, you can't forget them. That's the trouble with the Teletubbies.
No, unfortunately, no.
So what show
you can't forget them.
You can't unsee that. You cannot unsee that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Dalek, what shows in the '90s were you a fan of?
Oh boy, where do I begin?
At the beginning,
the Teenage Mutant Turtles. Futurama.
I might have watched the Turtles back. I might have watched the Turtles
King of the
back
Hill?
then. Oh,
King of the Hill.
No,
Good American Southwest comedy.
I was never really. I was never into King of the Hill was on back then, but I was never.
Yeah.
I was never really into it. It seemed kind of dull to me, I guess.
Yeah, I never saw King of the Hill either. I love Futurama.
Futurama when it started was great. I loved Futurama.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, any show with a character called Bender's got to have something going for it. I mean, I just love that joke. It's so funny.
Bender Bending Rodriguez is his full name.
Exactly. Yeah, a great character.
The pansexual robot. Yep.
Actually, all the characters in Futurama were pretty awesome. Come to think of it, I mean, they were all cool.
Especially Zoidberg. Zoidberg, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah, they were all really
Zoidberg.
good. I really like that show. Is that show back on? Did they reboot that like for the 4th time now or something?
I don't think they rebooted it. I think they just continued it.
Okay, because they seem to,
they didn't
cancel it and continue it and cancel it and continue it.
Yeah, it's been a thing like that with the history of Futurama. It was like after 4 or 5 seasons, they canceled it. They brought it back for all these big big features, and then they brought it back for like 3 or 4 full seasons, and I watched those movies. I watched all those episodes, and frankly, I think it had definitely lost its spirit by the time.
Lose its edge, so to speak.
Lose its edge by the time those later seasons started. I mean, I liked Bender's Big Score. That was a good movie. But
okay, I remember hearing that. I don't think I've seen anything after the original series ended, but I remember the title of that.
I remember hearing about it and hearing the title, but I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I'd like to see them eventually, but I got so many things on my, watch list. It's crazy. So.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah, too many. Oh. I feel sorry for any kid born these days. It's like they'd have to live 3 lifetimes to actually watch even the all the good stuff. You'd have to be watching 24 hours a day almost to catch up with it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I introduced my son, believe it or not, to Stargate SG-1.
Cool. And so the original.
Yes, we watched the movie, and then 2 weeks later we started with SG-1.
Right.
All the way up to including season 8.
That's
and
a lot of
we
seasons.
alternated SG1 and Atlantis episode back and forth.
I
Like,
never have watched much of SG1 like the original show, but I have watched all of Atlantis, which I really love. I mean, I
okay.
think those 100 episodes of Atlantis are pretty much perfect. Like I just love the Wraith, as adversaries. They're so creepy and they're so
Yes.
cool. And I mean, when they get what's the Wraith that they capture and eventually he's working with them? I forget the name they give him. Oh,
Was it Todd?
Todd, that's the name.
Was that
Yes.
that was Todd? Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because they name him Todd, and you kind of really start to like the guy after a while.
That is the same one that Shepard was in prison with.
That's it. Yeah, Shepard and
Yeah.
Todd have this weird bond. It's like they don't totally
Yeah.
trust each other, but they trust each other enough to work together to get things done.
With a common goal, and that's it.
Exactly. They both have an interest in what they have to achieve, and they work together. And then once it's achieved, it's like, okay, be careful.
Do you remember PvP? Do you remember towards the end? It was 5th season, about halfway through. They were talking about the Wraith. Some Wraith had gotten a hold of some ZPMs, and Shepard asked, "How many of those ZPMs did you recover? Do we really have to dwell on such minutia?"
Yeah, I do remember that vaguely. I haven't seen the show in probably 10 years now because I really need to do a rewatch one of these days on it because
it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, it's a great show. I love that show. It's like, man.
SGU, SGA, and SG1 are all on Amazon Prime.
Okay, good to know. But yeah, I mean,
because they bought MGM.
Oh,
that's why it's on MGM. That's why it's all on Prime.
That makes sense. By the way, do you guys know that the Stargate series were all filmed here in BC?
They're British Columbia, yeah.
They were all filmed just around Vancouver, outside of Vancouver, kind of thing.
All the shows. One of the movies was not filmed there.
Oh, quite possible. Yeah, I'm just talking about the series.
Yeah, the series. All the series. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's amazing how much stuff is actually produced here. I mean, Vancouver's. I'd say it's probably just about the biggest production city in Canada. Maybe Toronto would equal it, but there's a lot of shows. I mean, people would be amazed if I, made a list sometime of all the shows and movies that have been made here. It's quite amazing. Puts a lot of money into the economy too. It's quite. Yeah. It's good having that lower Canadian dollar.
a lot of local money. Yeah.
Yeah, and the crews. I mean, I've always read good things about the crews in Vancouver, like how professional they are and hardworking, and they just work their butts off to try and do the top level stuff, right? So, yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. It's something I'm quite proud of to be, a citizen of this province, and it's cool. Did we lose Dalek? Are you there, Dalek?
Yeah, you haven't lost me. I'm still here.
Okay, I thought maybe you stepped out for a minute or something. I do tend to talk too much, though. I have a bad habit of doing that online.
It's all. I don't know. It's okay. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind too much.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll pop off for a minute, and I'm just going to be back in a couple of minutes, so you can talk there, Dalek.
Okay. Okay. All right. See you later.
I'll be back in like 2. I'll be back.
See you in a few.
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple.
Oh, is he? Oh, wait. Oh, I thought he was actually gonna leave. I thought he was.
Oh, but he just stepped away without muting.
Oh, he's probably just stepped away.
Yeah, so it looks like But he didn't mute. That's weird.
He hasn't muted himself.
That's weird. Okay, I usually mute myself when I walk away.
Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, that's what I always do. If I'm stepping away from watching my mute, I do mute myself.
I shut the camera and mute is what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, what was I?
Going back also to the 70s. So 60s and 70s. Benny Hill.
Oh yeah, Benny Hill. I've heard of Benny Hill. Sure.
Yeah, Benny Hill.
Yep. I guess this has to be. This is actually something that needs to be. I think that I need to say. I know this. A lot of people are not fans of them anymore, and admittedly, I'm not too big of a fan of them myself anymore. But a lot of a big chunk of my childhood was Disney. A big chunk.
Okay.
Big chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a lot of Disney movies and Disney shows as a kid, and I loved them.
So did I. The first thing I watched when I got my Disney Plus was not from a show that's current or a movie that's current. It was from the library. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I love.
I love that film. I love that film.
I love that movie. Oh my God, that movie brings back so many good memories. Bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. Yeah. That movie just such good memories to me.
That's a brilliant movie. I love it.
Angela Lansbury, Tear. We lost her, yeah, but Tear.
No. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. She died. She died recently. Yeah.
I think about a year ago, actually. Yeah.
It feels like it feels a lot more recent than that. But yeah.
There's been so many celebrities dying this year too. Like in the first 2.5 months, it's like, man, there's like a list growing already.
Lance Riddick.
Right?
Lance Riddick. Did you hear about that? PvP.
Who?
PvP. Did you hear that? Lance Riddick.
Lance Riddick. Oh.
Yeah.
From the John Wick movies.
Yeah, Revan brought that up near the beginning of the stream.
Okay, I should know the name, but I'm just.
That was like 9-10 hours ago, something like that.
And he was in. What was he in again? Refresh my memory, because I'm.
He was from the John Wick movies. Lance Riddick. LANCERIDDIC.
Okay.
But the K at the end. Lance Riddick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like they're just dropping like flies every week. It seems it's crazy.
I know, right?
PvP. Yeah. He was only 60.
Oh, really? That's pretty young. That's pretty young.
He's only 60. Yeah.
That's scary because I'm of a certain age where I start thinking about mortality, and when you realize that you've got many more years behind you than ahead of you, you start to kind of think about things a little bit more.
Well, PvP. I'm not quite as old as you. I know that. Okay. However, I've got a 6 and a 9-year-old grandson, and I've got health issues that are way ahead of my time.
Oh, that's not good. Well, the grandkids are great, but the health issues aren't.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had some health issues.
Doc knows about this.
I know. I do know about this, and I'm not going to go into. I'm obviously not going to go into detail about it here.
I'm going to hear about me. Do you mind?
If you're okay with it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell PvP. I'm going to tell PvP.
Yeah, if you want to share that, whatever you figure,
Yes.
It's not up to me. It's not up to me. It's up to you. Whoever you want to tell, go ahead.
Well, thank you, Doc. Thank you. But I do feel comfortable enough telling PvP. PvP, back on Christmas Eve, I had pulmonary edema. Do you know what that is?
Well, it's obviously a heart issue.
But not just heart. I had too much water weight sitting on my heart and lungs.
Really? Ouch.
And I went to the hospital because I was banging on my neighbor's wall to come and get me and call 911.
Oh, that's
called 911 because I had to go to the hospital. I literally stopped breathing and my heart stopped.
Jesus. That's scary. Wow, that's very scary, man. But you got to the hospital in time, obviously. So
I got out Christmas. I got out New Year's Eve. So
Merry Christmas, eh? It's like, wow, a good time to happen, right?
Kidding.
Actually, one thing though, the hospital maybe wasn't as busy that day with everybody celebrating Christmas.
They were really busy. They were really busy.
Oh, they were. Oh shit.
A lot of patients that were sick. I'm not gonna use the word.
But you were obviously an emergency case, so I assume they would have taken you right.
They took me in CCU.
Yeah, so they revived you, and everything turned out okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's frightening.
I still have the burn marks on my chest. I still have the burn marks on my chest when they resuscitated me. Yeah,
that's scary, man.
I had that for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
God. Well, I'm glad everything worked out well.
So that was what they call fun.
No, I actually have a friend that I chat with once in a while on Facebook. I haven't seen him in like 30, 40 years, because he's way far away. But
Yep.
he had a heart attack last year, and he said it was an experience he would never want to go through again because it was really, really scary. And I can imagine,
I have angina as well, so I had the regular heart pain. We don't have a heart attack, so
that's
yeah,
not good. Wow,
it's not fun.
man, sorry
It's
to
not
hear
fun.
about that. Jeez.
It's, as I said, I have health issues that are way ahead of my time.
Yeah, it's getting older ain't for sissies, that's for sure. It's
Okay.
like, man.
Okay. The PvP. Let's just say I'm not even 55 yet.
Okay, you're about
Okay.
you're about a decade younger than me then. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
I was supposed to say, I'm not quite as old as you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
But I
52.
mean,
I'm going to be 53 in a couple months.
I'm actually amazed at how good my health is for my age, because I actually had a whole bunch of tests done at the end of last year, because I thought I haven't seen a doctor in a decade. It's time, I smarten up and actually go and get some tests. Everything came
Yeah.
through fine. I ended up having to, go on high blood pressure medication because my blood pressure was sky high. That's under control now, so everything's pretty good. So I keep my fingers crossed. I do need to get out and walk and get more exercise, though. That's my biggest problem, is I end up being a couch potato in front of the computer here. So, but anyway, enough about me.
Potato. Yes, potato. Yes, potato.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't put the TV on in like over a year, and I haven't sat on the couch in ages either. So yeah.
I have a smart TV. I put it on YouTube and set the sleep timer, and that's how I fall asleep.
So you put the smart TV on. It says there's nothing smart on here to watch.
I said when I beamed down from the Enterprise. Oh, no intelligence life down. No intelligence life down here. Two to beam up. Yeah.
We have a smart technology. The trouble is we have dumb writers, writing shows for it. I actually made the mistake. I made the mistake of watching Picard episode 4 and 5 back to back last night after I got home from work, and it was like,
yeah,
why am I doing? Well, I was drinking too much too, so that kind of helped actually get me through it. But it's like, what is this stuff? It's like, oh my god, it's like they got the look of Star Trek, but they don't understand, the message of Star Trek at all. It's
this totally as far as this last episode, I would put it as a mystery movie meets Jason Bourne. Because if Jack went full Jason Bourne on those changelings.
Okay. I need to rewatch, because I episode 4 I remember pretty good. Mm-hmm. Episode 5 was getting pretty fuzzy because, as I say, I was drinking a bit too much at that point. So I'll have to rewatch that one. But episode 5, I should say, had Raffi in it, so that brings it down. Raffi's like a lead anchor. Every scene she's in, she takes it right to the bottom. And it's like, I just can't stand her character. It's just like, why would you put this character in any show, much less Star Trek?
Okay. I don't look at Picard, yes, it's Star Trek in name, but it's name only to me.
Oh, exactly.
I look at it as its own separate thing.
I agree. Well, I agree. I absolutely agree, Dan. It's Star Trek in name only. Exactly.
If you look at it as its own separate thing, it's good. But don't look at it as Star Trek.
Exactly. If they just called it something else and didn't pretend it had anything to do with Trek canon from the past, I'd be fine with it. I'd basically go, well, it's a mediocre show. I can watch it once.
It's not bad.
I didn't hate episode 4 at all. Actually, episode 4 wasn't bad. I didn't mind it, but there's no rewatchability, though. I'm never going to watch these episodes again, basically.
Okay, PvP. Yeah, we both got to step back. We're both cutting off Dalek. I'm sorry, Dalek.
Sorry, Dalek.
I'm just saying. I just want to say I agree with you, with both of you, that all this newer stuff that's under the name Star Trek it's like if it wasn't called Star Trek, no one would give a shit about it. Nobody would give a shit about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
If it was all its own separate thing, its own new IP, then it would just be like, oh, it's some new modern crappy sci-fi show that no one. Sure, no, it'll just come and gone. No one will give a crap about it. But because it's Star Trek, there's there's, it draws fans in, and they will have certain expectations for it, and those expectations get absolutely crushed, and that's where all the hate watching and raging and complaining.
There's certainly a lot of that going on YouTube here. But yeah, it's like I remember watching the first 3 episodes of Discovery when it first premiered, and I was like, as soon as I saw the Klingons, I was like, what the hell are these people doing? These are not my Klingons. It was just like, oh, and then it was so boring. It was like, oh, what? I couldn't watch it after 3 episodes. I was like, nope, this show's not for me.
But Potato, I don't have a baseball bat.
Can we begin? Oh, just saying, Revan's back, and then he says this. Can we begin a new sport, please? Beat Dalek with a baseball bat and throw kittens at him for the loss. No, no, don't do that.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get the baseball bat bit, but throwing kittens, come on, man.
Okay, that actually brings something to mind from the late 70s. I've been a role player for a long time, like RPGs, like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. Ardoon was a game system that predates Dungeons and Dragons. One of the monsters is called Kill Kittens. That is exactly what it sounds like. Kill Kittens.
So its whole mission was to kill kittens?
Kill kittens, yeah.
Literally?
Wow. Think Vorpal bunnies, but kittens. Yeah.
You could role play in this. You could role play as his character who was literally called Kill Kittens, who just kills kittens. Oh, that's awful.
No. They look like kittens. Think Vorpal bunnies, but kittens.
They look like kittens.
Yes.
Oh.
Think Vorpal bunnies, but kittens instead. Yeah.
That's almost as bad as actual kittens.
That's from Arduin. That's like 78, 79. It was when it was around. Yeah. I got introduced to it back then. Yeah. I got introduced to Arduin back then and Dungeons and Dragons in 84. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awful. That sounds awful.
Kill kittens. Oh yeah. We had them. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and young people think they just invented weird in the last 20 years, right?
Oh God, no.
I mean, I got a 4-year Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, and I remember studying like the Surrealists and all that shit from like 100 years ago. Man, those guys were way, way out there. Like, they were crazy. And it's yeah, kids, I got news for you. There's been a lot of weirdness in the world for a long, long time.
It's the Dalek Hunter.
Welcome back, Revan. And
oh, crap.
Dalek Hunter. Oh, no.
The Hunter of Daleks has returned.
Just a tiny little potato chasing after a Dalek toy.
Oh, that makes it an interesting anime. A potato hunting a Dalek.
You may have to exterminate with Extreme Prejudice.
No, all this just is Dalek turning around and his 2 little arms flailing around doing the jutsu from Naruto.
Oh my god.
Dalek would have to take out his whisk and put a potato masher in there instead.
No, but the thing it'd be absolutely hilarious because he has no fingers to do the jutsu, right? Or hands, so his arms would be just twitching, and he's there just screaming like, "Why are my jutsu working?" Dalek, as the resident weeb, you want to hear something hilarious?
You're the West. Wait, who's the resident?
You're the resident weeb.
Oh, of course I am.
Hilarious.
So
okay, hit me.
I follow a lot of travel and archaeological blogs and things like this, and TikTokers and YouTubers, right?
Right.
This guy went to Japan, and he was working there, and they said, okay, so you need to show up to work tomorrow to, and he's like, oh, I'm going to like, dress up, and he's like, oh, I'm going to dress up. This dude showed up to work dressed as fucking Naruto. The Emperor was visiting the archaeological site. That's what they told him to dress up. So he met the Emperor dressed as fucking Naruto.
Dressed as Naruto. Oh my god.
That's funny.
He said that he turned around and he said that he apologized to his boss. He's like, "Oh God, I am so fucking fired."
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Oh, they're also, Dalek, you know the name stamp that you have in Japan?
My name stamp.
Oh, are you not aware of this? By the way, how audio check? How am I coming in?
You sound fine.
You sound fine.
Yeah.
So you have this little black rod, metal cylinder, right?
Right.
With a sigil at the end, with a kanji, and the kanji, like Dalek, just say that your real name is just say Emma Jones. Right?
Yes.
So they'd have like what Jones would mean in Japanese and what Emma would mean. If you don't translate, they assign you a Japanese name. Okay?
Right.
Now, you don't sign any official documents. You stamp it with this. And now they're thinking about getting rid of it. Because a lot of people are going outside of Japan for work, and they're saying that just signing it is about 50 times easier than having this official little stamp. Also, there is rumors and talks that people want to give the Japanese emperor more powers.
Yeah, I saw something about that too.
Yeah, they want to give him the same level of power as the British monarch.
Well, the British monarch doesn't have much real power, does he?
She does. Actually, they
It's more like a figurehead than actually any political.
The British monarch
power.
actually has a lot of powers. It's just that they waive a lot of the bigger powers to the government. But
Seems
the British monarch
seems like the Parliament basically makes the legislation, though.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that the monarch actually does behind the scenes.
I guess. I always thought, well, when Elizabeth was still with us, bless her soul, she seemed to basically be doing a lot of goodwill, charity work and, going around to the Commonwealth countries and, giving us a hand wave every once in a while. And I really thought she was a really cool lady.
Yeah,
I'm very sad that she passed.
But what we didn't see, and we're like, the
That
subject like Dalek.
I gotta say that hit me so hard.
Dalek, I remember you were absolutely fucking devastated
when the Queen died.
She was the Queen my entire life, and that's saying something because I'm not like a spring chicken, right?
Well, yeah, she was the Queen. She was the Queen my whole life too.
Every Christmas she'd have her lovely little Christmas message, trying to pick up her spirits, even if it was a shitty year. She'd go, "Oh, hello," and she'd give her a little speech.
The last several years of her, we would watch her on Christmas Day every year.
Yeah, here too in Canada, always Christmas Day. We'd go to like 12 noon on Christmas Day, and probably millions of people would tune in. And I've been watching it for the last while on YouTube, of course, because that's the easiest way to watch it. But yeah, when she passed away, it's like, damn, it really is the end of an era. It really is.
When Queen Elizabeth
Potato, I just sent you a message. Okay, that's for you. Okay, that's for you.
I just gave you a little sad reaction to it.
Okay.
But when Queen Elizabeth passed away in Ireland, they lowered the flags for her out of respect.
They did in Canada too.
Well, yeah, but that's a Dominion. I'm just saying, what a big deal it was for Ireland.
It's a big deal, I think, all through the Commonwealth. I mean, it was inevitable because she was, old, but it was still a shock.
Yeah, but I'm just saying with the Ireland's history with Britain and things like that, for to do that, I was actually really proud of the general Irish reaction because I said it's about fucking time that we've actually grown up.
Yeah, well, folks in Ireland have had a very troubled history with Britain, right? I mean, it's we all know, even over here, we're at least some of us are familiar with the troubles.
Dalek, you owe me reparations. Give me your pizza.
Hell no.
Hashtag
Give me
reparations.
pizza, bitch.
Hashtag reparations.
But that's the thing, one of the things that I found really fascinating and funny is that Harry and Meghan aren't able to go to Spain or any of the Spanish dominions.
Please don't let this conversation.
No. I'm talking about like no.
Don't let it edge too far into politics, please.
No, I'm not getting into politics. But the thing is,
so they can't go to the rain in Spain on the plane.
No, But my cousin works in the palace in Spain. Mm-hmm. She works for their Twitter department.
Cool.
Yeah, not really. Right.
It sounds exotic to me. I'm just
Canadian
out here out west.
You know Game of Thrones?
I watched the first couple seasons. I haven't seen the rest, and I don't know if I want to after it ended. I've heard of it. I have not seen it.
So my cousin Paula said that she was on the streets of Madrid. Right? She came out of the palace and she went across to Starbucks, and I'm like, oh, you fancy little bitch.
Oh my God, you got Starbucks everywhere. Good Lord.
But she said that they had the processional street shut down. Right?
Okay.
Because they were filming Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the thing is, Dalek, as a Doctor Who fan, you're going to get a laugh out of this, okay?
What? Okay, what?
She saw Matt Smith in full-on Game of Thrones costume, white wig and everything, standing outside of an ice cream shop and munching away on an ice cream.
Really?
Full-on Game of Thrones costume. Like, she said that he was standing there next to some guy in a black armor with a big red dragon on it. And, like, Matt Smith was there and he was just, like, munching on the ice cream and he was, like, saying, I am too hot for this, I'm too hot for this. And she turned around and she was in hysterics. You can't take pictures inside of this little area. Right?
Huh.
That they had cordoned off, she said. But the thing is, it's like, she could get there for 20 minutes, but afterwards her way home was after being disrupted because they're filming in Game of Thrones.
Right.
Well, I guess even famous actors like to have an ice cream cone once in a while.
No, it's Spain, and he was wearing black leather armor.
Uh-huh.
Blimmin' heck. In Spain, yeah.
In Spain.
So he was. Oh, no wonder he was eating ice cream. He was probably melting more than
he was. He was saying, "I'm too hot for this. I'm too hot for this. I'm too hot for this."
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. God, they should have.
He wasn't eating
on
the ice cream. He was eating the ice cream.
He was probably wishing he was the ice cream after a while in that heat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Or maybe he was singing to himself, I'm too sexy for this ice cream. Too sexy for
I'm sure I've mentioned, I've probably mentioned this several times before, but I have a cousin who's actually met Matt Smith more than once.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Dalek, I'm sharing the screen, if you would, buddy.
Are you jealous, Dalek?
Yes, I am, because she's a bigger Doctor Who nut than I am.
Oh wow!
Oh my God!
I didn't know if that was possible.
I thought you were
the biggest Doctor Who nut on YouTube.
No kidding. Seriously, no kidding.
How's the tell me about that. She had her wedding themed after Doctor Who. Her whole wedding.
Wow, that's
I know,
dedication.
and I know. I was there. I was invited. Me and my family were invited to the wedding.
Hold on.
Awesome.
Was your family invited, or did you just tag along?
Fair question.
So
Dalek, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay. What's this? What have we got here, Evan?
The armor I'm telling you about.
There we go.
Oh
yes.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
He was out in the sun in Spain in all of that.
They all were, Dalek. They all were. All the guys in that scene. That was filmed in Corsica in Spain.
Wow.
But they were there in Madrid. That is his armor.
That looks warm. I wouldn't want to be out in the sun in that gear
Hold
too
on.
long.
I'm going to make you guys sad for me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
What are we going to see next? Oh my.
He's actually sharing his.
I wore screen accurate this costume to Comic-Con in August and nearly died of heat stroke.
Oh.
Why the hell would you choose that costume in August?
Are you insane, Revan?
Okay,
Yes.
Dalek.
What were you thinking?
You know the answer? Why are you asking? You know the answer? Why are you asking, Dalek? Yes, he's crazy. Yes, he's crazy.
You want to know something? When I took the leather part off, there's literally steam coming off of my t-shirt.
Wow.
I believe it.
I can believe that.
Yeah, you should have just gone with a loincloth or something in August, man.
Nah.
A potato wearing a loincloth. There's an image.
Where's something cool?
There's an image. There's an image you're never going to get out of your head. A potato wearing a loincloth. Get that
I wouldn't wear that costume in August. There's no way.
No.
At a Comic-Con.
Well, that's San Diego, New York, or London?
That's too warm.
London, New York, or San Diego?
Probably San Diego.
I think he means at this. I think he means this convention he went to in in Dublin. Was it?
Yeah,
in
Dublin.
Okay.
Oh, you got it over in Dublin. I didn't know that. I learned something today. Yay!
It's huge. It's got like the current one that just went on had 62,000 people show up.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I don't talk about like my personal life on stream, so keep this to yourselves. Okay. I'll give you a laugh.
Okay.
In the private.
Mm-hmm.
I hear keyboard tapping.
He's an aggressive typer.
Yeah, I guess I've gotten pretty good at typing too at my job. I do have to type a lot of data.
He's an aggressive typer.
Ah, right.
You hear it, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh man,
that's gold. That's gold, potato. That's gold, man. I think if well, I won't say it, but I think all women should dress as Harley Quinn. Personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I'm giving anything away there, because
Dalek about potato. Potato.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 words. That's hot.
Yeah, I don't know if I care for Harley Quinn as a character, but I can't deny she's damned hot. That's for sure.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Harley's hot. Absolutely. She's
oh my God.
She can either be depending on what era you see her or what show she's in or whatever, she can either be a really fun character or she can be a really annoying character.
I honestly enjoyed the Harley Quinn TV show with Kaylee Cuoco.
The recent Harley Quinn show.
Yeah. Oh, she's finally.
I watched I think I watched like 2 seasons of that, and then I saw literally drive off into the sunset with Poison. I was like, nope, I'm not watching anymore. That's crap.
Okay, potato. That is kind of softcore. Okay,
yeah.
That show's kind of softcore.
No, but oh yeah,
no, really.
just a bit of like, well, it's nerd news and things like that. Kaylee Cuoco's finally pregnant again. Well, so
I just do not get. One thing I just don't get is this ridiculous obsession with trying to separate Harley from the Joker. I was like, come on, give us a. They make a perfect duo.
Okay.
I mean, honest. Have you actually, Dalek? Have you read the Injustice comic?
No, most probably
fucking
not.
Amazing. Oh,
really?
Oh yeah, the Injustice stuff is absolutely amazing.
You mean the Injustice Gods Among Us and all that?
No, not the games. Everything outside of the games. They actually took the lore and blew it up. It's fucking amazing. Harley Quinn is now a freedom fighter.
Nice.
She is.
Huh.
Yep.
Harley Quinn is basically a good guy.
No, she's just a freedom fighter.
Or at least an anti-hero.
She's whatever Superman stands for, she's against it. Right?
Well, she's still a bad girl then.
No, Superman rules the world.
But Superman's a good guy, isn't he?
Not in this universe. So Lois Lane got pregnant, and the Joker gave.
It's kind of isn't it basically a kind of what if scenario? What if
this
Superman?
Is an alternate universe.
What if Superman snapped and actually took over the world?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about Red Superman when he crashed in Russia instead of?
No, not that. No. He's not talking about that. No.
Actually, Superman ruling the world
for the sake of BK, for the sake of everything, I don't talk about anything to do with Russia, like even the comics, because trust me, I tried to do that because I wanted to talk about the Red Superman.
Yeah.
And it just divulged into fucking politics, and I'm just like, I just wanted to talk about cartoon.
Yeah, I try to avoid
cartoons and comics. Yeah, cartoons and comics. Yeah.
That's what it's strictly. That's why. Yeah, that's why. A very strict rule for this channel is no politics.
Yeah, politics are like a stink.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I agree 100%, Dalek. Like, no politics. I have my ideas. People have their ideas about politics.
Yep.
And I do not need to discuss them because probably you're not going to change my mind anyway. So,
well, I mean, if it's, right? I mean, I suppose when I say no, I suppose it can be a slightly lenient when it's. When I say maybe it should be strictly no real world politics.
Yeah.
If it's fictional politics in a show or a movie, then that's okay.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
If it has politics in the series or something, then that's a different thing. Totally.
So the thing is, while they were there and they were fighting, right? Mm-hmm. Harley Quinn got screwed up and the person who healed her said, "I'm sorry. After that, we can heal your bones, but you'll never have kids." Right?
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, hold on. This is where it got interesting. And she said, "I'm okay on that front." And he's like, "But you'll never be a mom." And she's like, "I already am." And it turned out that in that timeline, that Harley was pregnant because she disappeared after the Joker died. Right?
Okay.
And Harley had gotten pregnant 4 years before with a little girl who's living with her sister, who she visits her as Auntie Harley. Right? But she's the Joker's... the Joker has a daughter who he doesn't know about. And she said that she was scared that Harley's mental illness and the Joker's mental illness would be passed down genetically. Right? But it wasn't. Right.
I don't know if it can be passed genetically, but interesting.
She was just scared.
The way thing. Yeah, we all know that what happened with the thing with the Joker and thing with Harley is they're mad, but it's not.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I thought was it sad in a way. Because Harley walked up to Batman when he said to go back and change time, right? And she put her hand onto Batman's chest after taking the Superman pill, right?
Right.
And said, "You bring back Mr. J. I will do this if you promise me you will bring back my pudding." So the Batman... to actually get Harley's help, because Harley knows where some of the gods are, okay? Has to bring back the Joker. And the thing is, Batman puts his head down and looks up and he goes, "Fine." And then she backflips and skips off and she's like, "I'm coming, Mr. J." But she then goes off. And in one of the comics, she actually summons Rao. And it's actually quite funny, right? And Superman standing goes, "You think you can stop me, little worm?" And she goes, "No, he can." and just points up at Ralph lying in the sky and goes, "Who's that? He's your god?" And Superman just looks up and goes, "What a hero." And you just look up and you see Ralph just flying out, like floating in the sky, and goes, "To me, boy, you were but an insect," and just like flies through Superman.
Holy shit!
And she's just there, she's like, "I knows the big guns, Batman." And Batman's just standing there looking like, "What?"
Oh, that's awesome.
That sounds pretty cool.
And Supergirl just turns around in the comic and she's like, "How did they even meet? He doesn't know where this planet is. How did they even meet?" And Harley's and he walks up to Harley and Ralph just touches Harley on the cheek and he's like, "You okay there, cupcake?" She's like, "Cupcake!" And she's like, Supergirl's just like freaking out. She's like, "What the hell is even going on?" And she's staring, she's like, "Oh, it's okay, Mr. R." Right? And
wait. Rao called Harley Cupcake.
Cupcake.
That's hilarious.
Like, and he's there and he turns around and he's like, "Hey," he goes, I gotta get out of here. He goes, "There's stuff going on in other parts of the galaxy that I'm needed." He said, I'm now king of the Daxamites. And Harley's like, "Can I come with you?" And he's like, "No, you gotta change this world." And she leaves. But yeah. So that was the thing. That was fucking hilarious. And Harley's like, "I know where there's more gods. Do that.
God, wow.
That sounds pretty crazy. Wow.
It is.
Harley is best buds with literal gods. Wow.
No. Dalek. Harley is horny.
Yes.
Of course she is.
These gods are ripped men.
Of course they are.
Put two and two together.
I get the idea.
Oh my god.
Okay, Doc. You see, when a boy and a girl really like each other.
Oh, shut up.
No. We'll explain this in terms Dalek understands. When a pony and a Dalek really like each other.
Both of you, shut up.
Nice potato, nice. Okay.
But ow. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the injustice when the Batman from the past comes and she sees Mr. J, the first thing she does is slaps him for dying. And then she shoots him in the fucking stomach for basically killing Lois Lane. And she's like, "Why would you do that, you idiot?" Oh, Dalek, do you want to hear something funny?
Oh my god, what happened to that Harley Quinn?
Oh, she's current. The comics are still going. This is current.
Really?
Yeah, the writer's back. This Harley is back. Like, she's actually funny. Oh, and this is the funniest thing from one of the recent comics. Dalek, did you know that the bad guys know who the fuck Clark Kent is?
You're kidding.
No way.
Yeah. Do you want to know their logic? Like, Batman's like, "You know who Clark Kent is?" And he went, "Yeah." "Why didn't you?" He goes, "Then why didn't you go after him?" "He's still Superman."
Yeah. Just because he's wearing a pair of glasses, he's still
yeah,
Superman.
He's like,
Of course he's still just because he's even, yeah, of course. Just because when he actually is playing the part of Clark Kent, he's still Superman. He still has all the powers.
Oh, yep. There's a speedster called Volt. He's from the future. He's half Kryptonian. Okay?
Right.
Okay. Half Kryptonian?
And what?
How is he half Kryptonian? Like, who is the other half?
Human.
From his waist up, he's half Kryptonian.
Wow. I did not know that.
He's from he's from a long time in the future. There's a lot of Kryptonians around. Like, they put the Bottle City Kandor on Mars and basically resized it. And made Mars into a second Krypton.
Huh. Cool.
Wow.
But the thing is, when it was really funny, like Captain Cold Dalek.
Captain who? Captain Cold.
Yeah, like Snart. Like
doesn't ring a bell.
okay, so he's this guy he's a wish version of Mr. Freeze essentially.
Oh,
right?
Right.
But the thing is, he was there and he was looking at this speedster, and he turned around and he like put a thing on him that knocks out the speedster's powers for about an hour, right?
Right.
And he's like, hey, because your connection to the Speed Force it's knocked out for an hour. He goes, what are you going to do now? And he put his hand, and Bull just put his hands down and floated up, and he's like, yeah, I'm done. And he put the gunner down and walked away.
God damn.
Like, honestly, some of the writers are genuinely back, Dalek. In DC, it's like, it is genuinely, like, good to see.
No, it was, and here was me think, all I'd heard was, DC, modern DC is all complete crap. It's all complete crap.
So the guy who's in charge of Warner Brothers is also in charge of DC Comics. Okay.
David Zaslav, right?
Zaslav. What? Potato. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. David Zaslav hates wokeness. He is a businessman, true and true. Right? He's keeping politics out of it. He's just there to make money. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, he turned around to someone and they turn. Now they are some woke comics, like sadly, but a lot of the woke stuff is getting phased out. Like James Gunn, his stuff is actually sounding good. Dalek.
Yeah, and Peter Safran have got some good stuff going on.
Oh, Dalek, did you hear where James Gunn's inspiration is coming from? For the new DC movies? I know, you're but did you hear? You should be happy.
Look, Revan. Okay. When it comes, I really don't. When it comes to modern, more recent superhero stuff from the West, I just don't care anymore because it's all crap. But if you're just tell me where does his inspiration come from?
The animated universe.
Really?
Yes.
The 90s, the good stuff, the 90s stuff?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and he may make Jason Momoa into I forget his name now. You know him, black hair and shit like that. But anyway, so he's
we've actually got someone. Before we go on, we've actually got someone new in the chat. Hello to Son of a Red Shirt. Great to see you.
Hey, you've never seen Son of a Red Shirt?
No, I've seen Son of a Red Shirt before.
Hey, Son of a Red Shirt, buddy, good to see you, man.
Not in a while,
He's shown up in my chat loads of times.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I thought that you meant new to the channel.
No, he's not. He's not new to the channel. He's been here plenty of times.
Doing this stream.
That's good.
What I meant was he just showed up in the chats.
That's a really good name, though, Son of a Red Shirt. It must have been like a child that grew up without a daddy. Son of a Red Shirt.
That's it. Thank you, Son of a Red Shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jason Momoa is going to be repositioned to play Lobo.
Well, if he's got a good
yeah,
part,
okay.
like I think he's a decent actor if he has a good script to work with. Because I really enjoyed him in Atlantis. Right?
Yeah,
I
and
thought he
he
was
actually,
he
Wasn't
was good in
wasn't
that.
yeah,
wasn't Lobo basically a spacefaring biker punk?
yes.
Biker punk. Wow, that sounds cool.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: he actually gave the reason as to why he's after getting rid of Henry Cavill.
Why?
He wants a younger Superman.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's the last
A younger a
Yeah.
younger Superman, right?
Yeah. to make people make more movies with. Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense in a way because they always want a Superman that's probably in his 20s somewhere, right? If they
Right.
can get one.
That does make sense, I guess.
Because how old was
Oh, and it's
Christopher Reeve when he did Superman?
I don't know.
77?
Let me look it up real
He
quick.
must have been like in his
yeah.
late
Well,
20s, I'm guessing.
BK, check out the age of Cavill as well for me, will you?
Though I still think Cavill would be probably great.
But I remember those Christopher Reeve movies. I mean, he looked like,
Oh.
looked to me at least like he looked like late 20s, early 30s, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I love that first Superman movie. Even Superman 2 I enjoyed, even though it was more of an action flick.
And this has been confirmed.
Okay, Christopher Reeve was 26 when he made the first Superman.
26.
That sounds just about right.
That's young.
That was his first movie too, was it not? His first.
I think it was. Who's Henry Cavill?
Yeah, how old is he now? But Dalek, here's the thing as well. It's being confirmed that Ezra Miller is not the Flash.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all the BS? Yeah, I suppose not. All the BS? He is currently 39.
39. Well, yeah, that's getting a bit old because they might do one movie with him, but they're probably not going to do more than two at that age.
But here's the thing: he's after signing up to be in the Warhammer movies.
Oh, nice.
Well, if it works, it works.
I've heard it.
Some people look younger.
That I heard about.
Some folks look younger than their chronological age, so
I heard he was. Yeah. I did hear like he was gonna go to Amazon or something and do something Warhammer related.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Like he's a massive gamer. That's why he left The Witcher. They refuse to listen to the lore.
Well, he seems to be
of course they did. It's Netflix.
He seems to be a guy that really loves, all the geeky stuff we're into, though, right? He doesn't seem like a Hollywood type of guy.
He does.
He's down to earth.
He missed out on the call for Superman because he was in a group quest on Warcraft.
Okay.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Power to him. Power to him.
So there is he also has every console and routinely plays Xbox, PlayStation, and PC games.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Fantastic.
Nice.
He also refused while he was in the Sherlock Holmes movie, he refused to make friends with Millie Bobby Brown. No, it actually makes sense. Right? Because Millie Bobby Brown was 17.
Yeah.
Right? And
that's kind of underage.
Yeah. No, he turned around and he went like that. He said, I don't personally see the reason why I'd want to be friends with a teenager. And then he said something a bit slighting towards her. He went, especially someone with a troubled romantic life as Millie Bobby Brown has had.
So he was kind of protecting. He was protecting himself. It sounds like that.
Yeah,
but he also making a dig at the same time.
Well, you don't want to. You want to stay away from anything jailbait city, So
yeah.
No, she went out. Choice. She went like the thing is, it's like she's when she was a teenager, like I'm talking about 14, 15, it's implied from a few chats and things that she may have slept with Drake.
Huh. Well,
are you shitting me?
I guess we'll never really know.
DK, just look up her and the Drake scam. But the thing is, going back to the DC stuff, it's like we may not be getting Barry Allen Flash. We may be getting Wally West.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying their favorite Flash from the 90s is Barry Allen. No, you numbnuts. It's fucking Wally West.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I did. But listen, guys, I gotta hop off. And by the way, Doc, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I have been keeping an eye on the clock.
Yeah,
Dan, and I know I'm almost at 2.5 hours, folks.
Yeah,
must be getting late there, Dalek. What's your time? Like midnight or something?
It's just gone. It's about 1:45 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured so. You're like what, 7 hours ahead of us.
I was actually thinking. I mean, I was thinking of only going for. It's my 2.5 hours now. I was just thinking.
Right.
The rule normally for this channel is 3 hours. So I was just thinking.
Hey, we're still 15
yeah,
minutes.
Probably only keep going for this at least another 30 minutes.
But listen, guys, I gotta hop off. I gotta grab a bite and hop in another stream.
Okay, bye, Dan.
Later, man.
Okay. All right,
fun,
thank you very much. Thanks a lot for coming on, Dan.
Enjoyed talking with you, man.
Hey, Doc, thanks for having me.
Swing around by my stream later on, man. I'd love to see you.
I don't think I'll be conscious at that point. I've been up
give me a rewatch. If just of you.
I'll do a rewatch. I've been up since 4 a.m. my time. And it's 7:46 p.m. I don't think I'll be conscious at 10:30. Okay.
Later.
Night, man.
Later, guys.
Later, Dan. Bye.
Dalek.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a theory, Moriv. I just want your opinion.
What?
Do you think that there are I'm talking about light side force users hiding among the Empire?
Light side I don't know. I mean, it's
like, just think about it. Like, say for talk's sake that you were a Jedi, right?
Yeah, right.
Now, like, you had your long hair, your robes. Shave off your long hair, right? Switch out your glasses, put on a uniform, show up. Hey, what's your name? My name is Ulasal, whatever. Like, you then change your name. What's your name? Oh, yeah, this is my name, okay. And become an Imperial officer.
Infiltrate the inner workings of the Empire that way.
Yeah.
Right? I see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I'd probably say it's not all that likely.
Well, I'm not talking about like big gaggles. I'm talking about like one or two.
Right. I mean, yeah, and that's okay. Right, yeah. I mean, it would definitely wouldn't be a huge number. I wouldn't think. But
no, because if they went anywhere near Palpatine or the Inquisitors, they will immediately sense the Force off them.
Well, yeah, of course they would. Right. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. But,
oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot.
What? What's happened?
So I got dressed in the dark.
What?
Okay. That's an interesting statement. I haven't heard that ever before.
I'm wearing two different shoes.
That's hilarious. Did you go out in public? With them?
No. I've got a strained hip. Like walking's a bit of a hassle for me at the moment, so I
no wonder.
Basically, yeah, but I was asleep for a few hours today. I took my shoes off, and when I woke up, my room was pitch black, and I just grabbed my two shoes and I put them on, and it's like, oh, well, I'm stupid.
Well, I've heard of two different socks, but never two different shoes. That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank God I only have one good pair of shoes right now, so it's pretty easy choice. I just
did you know that people who have one leg still have to buy two shoes?
Well, yeah, I guess that's the way the shoe stores sell them, right? They want two shoes in the box, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's more expensive to buy one shoe than two, because if you need one, if you go to get one shoe, you'll go to a special company who'll just do one shoe for you.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, really, because
Costs
yeah,
it
I
it
gotta
co-
get a new mattress, and it's actually cheaper to buy a larger mattress than a smaller one. It's weird, but that's the way it is. So
it costs more just to buy a single shoe than a pair of shoes.
Yeah, because they tailor make the shoe to your artificial foot.
Wow.
thing is, though, your artificial foot isn't gonna feel it even if it doesn't fit well.
Well,
No, but
no.
the thing about it at the same time is like I've got foot problems. I was looking into getting my feet amputated.
Oh God,
Is a possibility.
Oh my God.
that's not good, man. Jesus,
Dude, I'm in pain 24/7.
that sucks.
Mm.
Sorry to
Like
hear that.
even right now, I'm in pain.
Oh
Sorry to hear that,
man.
man. Very
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
So I was looking like when my feet were really bad, I was desperate and I was looking at the what had happened if they were removed. Now I may be going for surgery because I need to go back and talk to him in a while. So, but I may be going for surgery to get my ankles completely replaced.
Yeah, actually, that might be better just to get your ankles, to get the joints in your ankles replaced. That would be less drastic, right?
Yeah.
Because I
But
know
as
people
long
that have had hip replacements and knee replacements, and they actually come through it, and after 3-4 months, they recover pretty good, right? So
look, as long as I can walk by June, 2024, that's all I care about.
well, I have a lady at work that had a knee replacement, and it took her maybe 2 months to get fully back, into full motion, and she's fine now. So
Yeah. So but while I was there, I was just looking at like the legs and things like that. And they put a foot on the nowadays they'll put a foot on the end of your walking leg if you're not in a competitive sport. Have any of you ever heard of kangaroo feet?
no, I don't think I
So
have.
it's this
Nope.
big bendy bit of material, right? That will allow people to run like 10 times faster, like than they.
Oh, I've seen those, but I didn't know that's what they were called.
Yeah, I think I've
That,
seen
like,
videos. That's like a metallic thing that it's like bouncy kind of thing. It's not like a
Yeah.
real
Alex,
leg.
I swear to God, if I was missing feet, like if I had prosthetic feet, like, and say that we went to a con, like I'd have a look like you'd see a picture where like you just see me like hopping away, like say like that. I've got Alex like some like Alex say that you're dressed up as the doctor because
They're very
Right,
springy,
right.
aren't they? Yeah, they're
yeah,
like
like
they're
so
like
you'd see me. Hold
they're
on,
like
you'd
a
see me
metal
on one
springy
leg.
thingy.
Like look like I'm hopping away while I'm after taking like Dalek's little sack and Dalek stand there holding my foot in his hand just with a very confused look on his face.
Oh my.
Oh, like when I went through the airport, I was laughing my ass off because of how like the realization that these people had. They put my crutches through the scanner because I walk on two crutches. Okay.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, you'll need to come over here to go through the full body scan.
Oh
And I
God.
just looked at the woman. And it's like, really? And she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you'll have to come over here for the full body scan. And I'm like, can I get anything back that just went through that scan? And she's like, no, I'm sorry. Like, you'll have to walk around the other side. And I'm just like, please take a look on the other side and see what's over there.
Well, it's like if you need crutches to walk, how the fuck are you supposed to walk through the full body scan without them?
She gave me this shitty little fucking wooden cane. And
Oh,
then it's
God.
like, please put your feet apart. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's fucked. I know people that have to have canes to actually walk, and that sucks, man. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you'll have to put one foot on this sensor, one foot on the other one. And I'm like, I'm going to fall.
Yeah, exactly. Like I
So
know
there's
a
a-
lady that
so
needs them
there's a
to
full
like stay,
body-
upright. It's like,
Yeah,
shit.
there's a full body scan of me with my hand to my side as I was fucking propping myself up against the wall with the wooden cane.
Oh,
I
God.
just stand there like, okay, this is me. And
Fucking
then I went through
airport.
the other side and I got my crutches and it's like, okay. Then they fucking swabbed my hands because my crutches had picked up the scent of pot.
Really?
The base of the crutches, yeah. I was outside the airport, like just walking through. So like I was walking through the smokers area. So like
Oh,
someone there
God.
had smoked the devil's lettuce. The devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I get that happening once in a while too. It's like you walk somewhere and somebody's smoking up, and it's like, oh shit, that smell's gonna be on me for a while.
Yeah. And when
You-
I go to Boston,
Wait,
dear God.
you actually had the smell of pot on you, really?
No, on my crutches.
Oh, on your
The
crutches.
thing is, if you walk by somebody that's really smoking up, you get that smell on you for a while.
You can. Oh God, yeah. And the thing is, it's like fucking. It's worse if you're going through an airport.
Well, yeah. Luckily, the only place I'm going is maybe to work, which I wouldn't want to smell like pot when I'm going to my job either. Thank God nobody's ever, it usually wears off after 15 minutes, but shit, man. Yeah.
My cousin is gone up to Canada right now. He's a truck driver,
Cool.
right? And
Awesome.
they turned around and they're like, "Oh, sir, do you like partake in drugs or anything like that?"
Never,
And he's like,
never tell them that.
No, he doesn't.
Well, that's good
And-
because if you tell them you even smoked like a joint like 30 years ago, they can ban you for life from entering the U.S.
Actually, they can. Yeah, like I went through the immigration form myself. Like it's pretty fucking invasive.
It's crazy. I mean, it's legal here in Canada now. It has been for years, but the U.S. is still totally paranoid about it in a lot of places. So
I
it's
saw
crazy.
a girl getting banned from entering America because she was a smartass.
I wouldn't be surprised. Those border guards have a lot of leeway, it seems, and yeah, I would never admit to doing anything that they consider illegal because they'll just ban you. That's the way it is.
He turned around and he said, like, "What's your job?" I said, "Blah blah blah." Do you have ticket home? Yes, sir. Like, they have stuff at home to do, like that requires you to be there. Like, yes, sir. I'm like, complied with him, was very polite. And he's like, "You're a bit twitchy. Are you okay?" I said, "Sir, I've got a chronic." No, I said I've got a chronic pain condition because he kept moving.
Yeah, so
I said,
you can't even have chronic pain, and they're going to suspect you for something, right?
well, I mean, it's the airport, like, and I'm like, "I've got a chronic pain condition," and he's like, "Okay, no problem."
Still, it's like they never had a person with chronic pain before. Like they should have, an idea of what that's about, right?
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure, right? But
guess.
the girl coming behind us, this moron, I swear to God. How did you pay for your ticket? My followers paid for the ticket. Please explain. What are you going to America for? Oh, I'm going there for holidays. Okay. And what do you mean by your followers paid for your ticket? What's your occupation? I'm an influencer, so you're unemployed. And she's like, what do you do? It's like, I got my ticket through OnlyFans. I'm sorry, are you OnlyFans? Yeah, I'm sorry. Due to the pornographic nature and the sex industry that you have gotten your money from, where it tends to be illicit. As of today, I am refusing your entry into America. And I was like, heh.
That's kind of bizarre. It's like it's not just sex on OnlyFans, as far as I know. There's people doing other stuff, isn't there?
Dude, 99% of OnlyFans is sex.
Okay, well, that's why I'm not on there, I guess, because it's like kind of too weird for me. But yeah, there's a lot of weird shit on the internet.
Yeah, I think
I'll give that a pass. That's kind of weird.
I think that's a site I'm definitely gonna stay away from.
No, you have to pay to go onto it.
Oh well, I ain't paying for it either. Fuck
Oh,
that.
hell no! I'm not paying
No,
for that.
yeah, no, like some, like I follow a lot of cosplayers, and these fucking girls tend to do it, and it's like, I'll join my OnlyFans for like $15, and I'm like, $15 see a picture of your asshole? Fuck off.
It's like, hey, honey, there's a lot of babes on for free on the internet. I don't need to pay you.
Exactly.
I mean,
Do
if
they
you
not
want to see
understand
that,
how the internet fucking works?
well, you know, if you want to see that, there's plenty of sites that will cater to it. So, you know,
But the thing
just saying.
is, like, yeah, but the thing is, a lot of those people who do pay and do things like that, they tend to be on the seedier side. I'm talking about the people who are giving money, which means that you don't know if that money is coming to you through legal means.
This is okay. Just okay. Before we go, this interesting conversation goes any further, I gotta say, it is. It is now past It just past midnight here
Oh,
where I am. So which means this even though probably won't be last much longer. This stream has gone from an evening chill and chat to a late night chill and chat.
Yay! So, like, when
early
you go
morning.
through, you have to like say where the ticket money came from, right? So, to make sure that's true, legal means, right? E.g., where did you get your ticket? My parents paid for it, sir. Where did you get the ticket? I work for a living. Okay, what do you do? Blah blah blah. Right, off you go. Right?
Sounds
And
like PvP is gone apparently.
he'll be right back. So
You
because
better hurry back. This stream's not gonna be much longer.
I know Dalek's got a cupcake in the oven.
I wish I did.
Oh my god, American cupcakes are huge and disgusting. Anything with American like milk in it, Dalek, is fucking disgusting.
Specifically American milk.
They have a chemical in it for preserving the milk to make it last longer.
Oh.
That for us tastes like vomit.
Oh God.
Yeah. Have you ever had canned like sweets from America?
I honestly don't know. It's been...
If you do, like
maybe I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe I have. I did visit America once, but that was over 20 years ago.
God, the fact that we can say that makes us sound so fucking old. But here's the thing, Dalek. A lot of the like dairy products and things like that in America will make you feel sick.
What's that? I missed that. What'll make you feel sick?
Your face.
Well, that's why I don't have a camera.
No, a lot of the dairy products in America, they're preservative in their milk.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. That's why I'm so glad to be in Canada, because we don't have any of that crap in our milk here.
Yeah, you got your milks in like bags, don't you?
They do back east in like places like Ontario, but we haven't had bagged milk in BC since like the 70s. It's all in plastic jugs, or if it's 4 liters, and if it's like 1 or 2 liters, it's in like those wax cartony type of things. So yeah, we haven't had bags here for like 50 years, 40 years. Yeah, but in Ontario, I'm sure they still do have bags.
So if I ever go to America again, don't eat anything with milk, anything that has milk in it.
So Dalek, like, what would you treat yourself in? Like, we're talking vacation now,
right?
I don't think 1 glass of milk would kill you, but
no, dude, that much of the preservative, you will throw up.
Oh well, I'm glad I'm not drinking milk in the U.S. then.
But Dad, what would you what would your breakfast be on vacation?
On
Hmm.
Oh my god. I guess that depends. Probably depends where I go to on vacation to.
Is that a free
Um,
breakfast at the hotel or something?
No, we're talking about restaurant.
Oh, you got to
oh,
pay for it. Okay, that's different then.
that's a really tough one.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. I never really thought about it. Like, what would I treat myself to on
Yeah.
holiday?
Yeah, it's easy if it was at a hotel because I've stayed at some nice hotels and they got like, eggs,
Yeah,
bacon, toast. I mean, I fill my plate with that stuff and it's like yummy,
I've
yummy,
been
yummy.
I'm stated. Yeah, yeah. I've been dragged off on loads of holidays with my family. We've stayed at campsites, we've stayed in hotels,
I'm sorry,
and
camping to me is just paid to be homeless.
it wasn't so bad. It was never so bad for us. It's not like we never stayed in a tent. We always stayed in a caravan, and which
Have you
was
ever
quite
seen the royal family, Dalek?
the sitcom The Royal
Yeah,
Family.
yeah.
Not really, not as
They
such.
had an episode where they stayed in a caravan, right, off peak season, and it was shit. And they they were watching television in the neighbor's caravan through the window.
Wait, if this is the Royal. Wait, was the Royal Family? Just to make sure I got the right show. Was this the show? Was that the series with the uh with the really big, so I say big guy with the beard and all that and the
Yes,
long. Yeah, that show. Yeah, I thought it was that show.
I absolutely love it. It
Hmm.
reminds me of my father.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I've never seen any of it.
Like, it was so
I'm
funny
only
that
I'm only vaguely aware of it. I've barely seen anything of it at all.
Yeah,
I
same here.
I know it's like
like
I know there's like a Christmas episode of it.
oh, the Queen of Sheba is fucking devastating.
Like it was devastating. To
Yeah,
me.
they killed off an elderly character on it, and it was really fucking sad.
Oh, I see. Right.
I'm just going to drop my link in the channel. I am live in 2 hours, talking about the possibility of the end of wokeness in media and entertainment.
It seems like it might be slowly ebbing away from us, the
I
woke
don't
thing.
think it's slowly. I think it's getting faster.
It seems,
Sure.
yeah, well, there's been people on other channels that have been promoting the end of wokeness for a few years now. I won't mention them because I
Mm.
don't know if Dalek wants me to mention other
I mean,
channels here.
I don't know. I mean, in my honestly,
We
I
all
don't know
know.
what.
We all know who they are, though, right? We
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
all
I
watch
don't
them.
know. I honestly, I don't know what to think myself at this point because you hear different things depending on who you listen
Yeah,
to.
I do
No, I'm
think
not
though that
listening.
the
I'm
woke thing
observing.
is dying.
I'm taking this from observation.
Well, I think the woke thing's
He's-
dying because they make these movies for 100, 200, 300 million dollars and nobody goes to watch them. So it's like
Hey,
if you're
PvP,
spending
come and
that kind
check.
of money and you got empty theaters, it's like how that can't go on forever, right?
Yo, PvP, come and check us out. If I got a seat, come on and join the discussion.
Okay, I may do that.
You
Hey,
on Twitter?
put a link in the stream here, man. Put a link in
Oh,
the private chat. That would be good.
yeah. Here's the
That's the
link
easiest
to.
way to probably do it.
Yeah. Are
I
you
don't
on?
guarantee I'll be on though, because I got to cook some supper soon, and
Well, it's like 2 hours and change.
yeah.
Hey,
Well, I may be
Hey,
on.
raccoon.
Hey, there you are.
Look who just popped in. Raquel SSG 22 2211. Good to see you, Raquel. Sorry, you actually got it just in time because I'm probably gonna wrap the stream up in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
See,
you're going for a while
good
there.
timing, Raquel.
Okay, I've copy and pasted your link, so I will hopefully join later. I'm not making any promises though. 'Cause it's a Friday night, and I never quite know what the hell I'm going to be doing on Fridays. So
she says, "Happy St. Patrick's Day."
Happy Green Beer Day.
Happy
and I stopped in at the liquor store today to pick up something for the weekend, and oh my God, it was busy.
I know.
It's like everybody was like picking up their hooch for the weekend. It's like, yeah, St. Patrick's Day, good excuse, right?
Yeah.
Ow.
Anyway,
So
Dalek,
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead, Potato.
That's the joke, isn't it? St. Patrick's Day is just an excuse to get drunk.
Well, I mean, look at the celebrations. I mean, I guess they have them in major cities here in Canada too, but in the U.S. they go like totally nuts over it. It's like places like New York or whatever. There's probably like people getting so pissed they don't sober up for days afterwards. So it's a good thing it's on Friday, I guess.
Right.
And they probably sober up sometime on Sunday and they go, "What the hell did I do?"
Right.
But as long as nobody gets hurt, I guess it's okay.
And then they hear a voice next to them say, "What didn't we do last night?"
Well, actually, I wouldn't mind waking up next to a nice lady that said that. That would be kind of fun.
Well, yeah, that's not. Well, yeah, you think
I should be so lucky, though.
That would be the nice scenario, but I'm thinking a not so nice scenario.
Oh God, yeah, that could be weird. Yeah. Hey, anyway, Dalek, I just want to mention, like, think about doing a Doctor Who watch party once in a while, because I think that could be a lot of fun, and I think you'd get a lot of people here that would really be into it, and watch an episode or two, and then we could discuss it afterwards. I think that would be kind of awesome, actually.
I mean, okay. I mean, like I said, I've been wanting to do the show reviewing it, but I mean, if I did watch parties, what should I do first? Shall I do the modern? Shall I do the modern series, or shall I do the classic series?
Well,
first?
Tom Baker's the most popular, right?
Well, it's so sad that the modern series suddenly stopped at the end of Peter Capaldi.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think I'd start with the modern stuff because it's great, for the early stuff, but it does kind of suck after a while.
I mean, the sad fact is, the fact is, some of my absolute favorite episodes of Doctor Who are from the modern era, particularly like Christopher Eccleston, the early episodes of
I love Eccleston
with David Tennant.
I thought the Eccleston season was fantastic, but he only did the one season, right? Because he did the one season because of some crap that happened behind the scenes, and he didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, but I loved him as the Doctor. I thought he was so cool. Like he was cool. He was great as the Doctor. Funny. I just thought he was. That's what got me back into the reboot. Right? He was so damn good. I just love those episodes.
Yeah, one of the things. Like, I didn't watch Capaldi's Regeneration episode, but from the clip that I saw, there was a line that was my favorite line from one of the, like, in recent Doctor Who, right? Mm-hmm. He turned around and he said, he mentioned the First World War, but, like, judging by your outfit, you're from the First World War, right? And he just turned around and he's like, "Excuse me, yeah? What do you mean first?" Like, that was just sad. Yeah, like, I'm just like, from someone who studied history, I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
The thing that always made the Doctor great is he was an alien, but he actually cared about humanity. I think that was the hook that got me into the show.
Yeah. That's what they seem to have just forgotten. The Doctor's not human. He may look like one of us, and he may he may love he may, you know, we may be his favorite species. This might
He
Earth might
likes
be his
to.
favorite
He
planet,
likes
but
to.
he's not one of
Yeah.
us.
He likes to mimic us because he's fond of us. You know, he has his companions with him, and obviously he loves humanity, but he is an alien Time Lord, which seems like maybe they've forgotten about. Anyway, when would you actually start if you did do a live stream? Would you start with the first Doctor, second Doctor, third Doctor? There's so many of
Oh
them,
my
man.
goodness! Oh, I have I have no idea. I mean, if
I know I've seen a lot of the early black and white episodes when they were like 30 minutes, which was cool, but it's been a long time. So you could start anywhere you wanted to, basically, and I'd be
yeah, I
there.
mean, um,
That'd be
I
awesome, though,
mean,
man.
in my mind, there's one classic episode of Doctor Who, which is absolutely quintessential. It's one that any decent Doctor Who fan should have seen at least once, and that's Genesis of the Daleks.
What season is that in?
Is to me that is the greatest Doctor Who story of all time.
Is that in an early season then?
It's one of Tom Baker's earliest stories.
Okay, well, maybe do Tom Baker. Maybe start at the beginning of Tom Baker and just go for it, because I'm sure it seems like a lot of people love him more than any of the other doctors.
I actually did one of the first big review. My first proper review ever I did on my channel was actually of Genesis of the Daleks, but unfortunately, and it was easily I think it's easily one of the best things I did on this channel, but unfortunately, if you try and go back and look for it, you won't find it because freaking YouTube.
Oh God, that sucks.
Yeah, YouTube, copyright, all that crap. So
they gave you a strike and you had to take it down or something?
They didn't give me a strike. I think they gave me a claim.
Oh, yeah, those are different, aren't they? Yeah. That still sucks though, man.
But basically the whole thing is blocked, so it's not.
So nobody can see it. Yeah.
No one can see it, unfortunately.
Well, the thing is, if you did a watch party, privately on another service, I mean, we could just.
There's a YouTuber, not saying his name, that I used to be friends with, and I helped.
It's my own. I think it's my own fault, really, because I was using at the time BritBox to show the episodes, and I was actually showing.
Oh. Yeah, that could be a problem if you're using a major streamer.
playing
I would like do it on I do it like one of those unknown websites, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more.
Whoa, that is absolutely fucking fascinating. You know the T-1000 Terminator.
Okay, that's out of nowhere. What about it?
No, sorry, I'm just after seeing the video.
Terminator?
All that stuff was 100% practical, not CGI.
In what? Terminator 1 or 2?
The T-1000, the T-1000 male one.
But are you talking about the liquid, the more advanced Terminator from the second film? Is that what you're talking about?
Film, that must have been CGI. I mean, there's no way that can be practical.
They're showing that it's practical.
So how the hell did he melt?
Really?
How the hell did he melt through solid bars?
No, the blast. Like when he was blown apart and things like that were all practical.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of practical stuff, but it wasn't all practical, obviously.
Speaking about practical, Dalek, have you seen Dunkirk?
Seen what?
The movie Dunkirk.
Probably not.
I haven't seen that one.
So it's about the evacuation of Dunkirk, right? And but the movie is 100% practical, no CGI.
No, that's good.
No, there was one scene where you could have really used it. The men on the beach, right?
If there's one, let me tell you. If there's one thing I'm really, really sick and tired of these days, it's freaking the freaking overuse of CGI and absolutely everything.
Breathe,
I agree
Dalek, breathe.
100%. You know, when there's like 10 million things going on in a shot on a movie screen, I'm like, what the hell? I can't follow this, much less even
Oh,
know what the hell's going on. It's like, it's
oh yeah, no,
overkill.
like the sinking of the ships. All the ships are real. The sinking of the ships are real. The planes crashing into the ocean are literally dropped from helicopters.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like
Real
real
helicopters.
That's
Real.
helicopters
cool.
dropped the planes
Wow.
into the ocean. It was so real that a veteran who was actually on D-Day came out of the cinema crying his eyes out.
Shit, that's
He
awesome,
said
man.
because it was all real, except
It's called Dunkirk. Okay, I gotta check this film out.
yeah, except the one place where they could and should have used CGI in one place, the beach.
Well, you know, no, few films are totally perfect. So
Yeah,
I'll give.
it's
It
not
sounds
the fact
still
that
like
it's
really good.
imperfect. It's the fact that it's glaring because they said there's 400,000 men on this beach. When they pan over, there's a couple of hundred men on the beach.
Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah.
They should have
Still, I got to give anybody credit for even doing that movie because Dunkirk was a major event that a lot of people don't even remember. I mean, they saved a lot of our Allied soldiers that day by pulling them out of there.
No, they were the reason why Britain survived the war. Like they estimated out of the 400,000 men that they would get something like 32,000 off the beach.
Well, it's
right?
better than zero. Yeah.
No, they got 390,000 men off that beach that day.
Well, that's damn fucking impressive as far as I'm concerned. I mean, hell, it was amazing. Like D-Day, oh man, D-Day was incredible. That's what won the war when we got the Allied forces in on D-Day. That's what saved our bacon, basically. And I love the story that you know, Scotty was there on D-Day with the Canadian troops and got his finger shot off, and he still went and kicked ass. Like, man, what a guy! What a guy!
One of the funniest, like I thought it was funny. One of the funniest things that I heard, like from talking about D-Day, was the phones that they had in the boxes to phone back to the ships, right? There was a guy on one of them, and he was talking, and it's like, here's my position. I'm at XL2. Just say, I'm at position 141. Blah. Hello? God damn it! And he looked, and there was a hole in the side of it, right? And he said he got so angry. This is his third one that he just threw the box over like a grenade, and he said a load of Germans just ran. Because they thought it was a huge bomb that came in. And
awesome.
It was a phone. He said that he found one attached to some dead guy, and he's like, "Excuse me, you're not using this,
God.
are you?"
That's fun. That's kind of sad and funny.
Yeah, because
sorry, dead guy.
I will see you guys in 2 hours over on my channel.
Stream. Yeah,
I may pop on. I don't promise because
this stream has overrun just a tad.
No,
so,
yeah, but darling, I'm going to bounce off. My phone is flashing in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can leave too, Dalek, if you want to head out. Oh, I guess it's only you and me. So
Revan's
should I go?
I will go. Well,
I will go if you want to.
I would like to. I think would like to end the stream now. So So
yeah, okay.
Hopefully I'll see you later.
I want to say thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me, and awesome stream, man. Think about that Doctor Who, stream.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a.
I think you get a lot.
You get a lot of better idea than what. It's probably a better idea than what I had. It was just.
I think you get a lot of viewers, man. I think it could be really popular, but that's just me. I really don't know, but that's just my opinion, right?
Yeah, well, thanks for the idea. I'll think about it.
I like to throw ideas out there, and people either can take them to heart or they could ignore them. It's all cool. I'm not too worried. So, if you do decide to go with that, though, please let me know, and I will probably be there.
Okay, sure.
Anyway,
All
I'll
right.
head out because I know you want to end. So, night, Dalek. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay. Good night, PvP. Thanks for coming on. Well, folks, this has been quite a good stream. I got to say. I mean, it's definitely the best, probably one of my best streams in quite a while. It's good. It's definitely a great comeback, and I had some great guests on tonight. The good Potato Revan, PvP, and who else did I have on? I had Captain Infinity earlier, and yeah, I think that, and BK Dan, of course. Oh yeah, good old Dan. It's always great having Dan on. He great sport, Dan. Yeah, please give all your support to Dan. Any support you can, support you can to Dan, real please, because let's just say he needs it. Yeah, he really needs it. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. So yes, thank you everybody. Thank you very much to everybody who showed up tonight. This has been great fun. I've had a great time. And just let me say thank you to everyone in the chat. BK, Dan, Hakeem, Potato Revan, of course. Both on the panel. Theodore Knight. Theodore Kingston Bixley was here earlier. Captain Infinity came on the panel. Moises Mungia, my good friend Moises Mungia, who was here. Not Brian, who popped in earlier. Sci-Fi Nation popped in. Oh, and can't forget Snoota Poopas Cuber.com. I don't know if you're still out there, Snorty, but thank you very much for coming in, and also Canadian Spider-Man, who is here. And I hope you're doing great in over in Mexico, my friend. Have a good time in Mexico. And who else was here? Oh yeah, Son of a Red Shirt was popped in near the end. It was great seeing, always great seeing you, my friend, and of course Raquel SSG 2211. Good to see you too. Yeah, I think that's everybody. And Hutkin says, I still got to watch at least one season of Doctor Who. Well, go and watch some Doctor Who, man. Classic or at least the beginning of the modern series. Whichever one you prefer. Yeah, but seriously, go and watch at least some Doctor Who before you come back here. But anyway, yeah. So thank you, everybody. This has been a fantastic comeback stream, and hopefully I'll get more streams like this going in the near future. So and I'll hope to, and again. PvP, if you're still watching, thanks for that idea about the Doctor Who watch parties. I'll keep that in mind. And if I can arrange that, I'm sure that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, again, great show. Thank you, everybody, I think I might be in a couple of hours, in about 2 hours time. I'll be over on Potato Revan's channel for his stream, so go and check that out. Great guy, Potato Revans. So and Revan, I'll see you there. So but for now, everybody, from the Surface of Skaro, this is Dalek 451 signing off. I will see you all next time, and hopefully I will see you all again later over on Potato Revan's stream about what might be the end of wokeness. So goodbye and good night, everybody.